see her just like talk in front. I was like, that is just the dream. You're hosting Double Dare, and you know what you're gonna say, but then you do have to riff with the contestants.
Yeah, you do. You have
to joke about where they're from.
She's really good at that. If I had a script, I can follow it, but as soon as something goes wrong, I can't come up with anything. I got nothing.
The minute you have to go to a kid and just start riffing,
I do not have my own thoughts. It's crazy.
That's a perfect way to describe myself too. I have no thoughts.
It's crazy. It goes along with I think I looked this up before, but we've talked about this, I think. I don't have an imagination.
I hear you.
What do you think that is?
Yeah, I'm trying to dissect what that means.
I don't think you're as you do have an imagination. I don't think you're as imaginative as you like want to be.
If someone's described, like you said something today, you were explaining a freeway and stuff. I could not picture a freeway to save my life. I'm like, what? You draw? I can't see it in my head. I don't know what people are talking about ever.
We're doing an event for Zelo Cremota this weekend, right? And we go to the venue to just like look at it to see what we can do to make it look nice and branded and all that. And I'm looking at Heath. I'm like, I can't like imagine.
The guy's like, so what do you want?
What
are you guys thinking? And he's like, I can make whatever you want. We're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That I can't do.
Like imagine a space and fill it. It's so hard.
I love hosting parties and like decorating and stuff like that. So when Danielle had her party, they ordered sushi to the house, so I made it Japanese themed. But I didn't come up with that until I went to the store because
you have to see. I
have to be in the store, and I'm like, oh, that's my idea. So I'm the same way until it's right in front of me. But I also think that's why a lot of movies, shows, books, anything that's not real that's nonfiction, right?
Yeah, nonfiction.
Anything that's nonfiction, I don't enjoy because I can't.
Nonfiction is real.
Nonfiction is real.
Oh, fiction.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Fiction's fake.
Fiction is fake. Yeah, that was my fault.
Fiction's
it's fictitious.
Of course. God, I just keep on like the comments are just so right about me, and I hate that. And I give them I give the comments exactly what they like tell me I am, and I hate it.
That's why I get pissed.
Sorry, continue, Mariah.
Yeah, when people call me dumb, I get mad because it's true.
I go to the comments like, you're projecting.
We are letting some stuff off our chest today.
But it's healthy.
I'm not upset. I'm upset with myself.
We are far from perfect. That's for damn sure.
You got to see it to get it going.
That's basically it. It has to be real. That's why the only show I like is The Office because it feels real. I can't.
It has to be real. That's why I like The Office.
The Office. Everything that she talks about, The Office always comes back.
Always. It feels the most real. That's the only thing I can relate to. If they're flying, if Harry Potter is flying on a broomstick, I'm not interested because that's not real, and I can't like imagine that being real. I don't know how to explain it. What is that?
It's like, I don't know. You don't like, you're not into like escapism, if that makes sense.
Like,
sometimes
you're
people
a realist.
I love escape rooms.
Well, escape rooms are like kind of real.
Yeah,
you're putting yourself in like a real scenario.
Yeah,
That's fake.
I'm physically doing it. If I'm not physically doing it, if I have to sit and use my mind to picture something, it's not happening.
If I gotta think and use my brain.
No, anything.
I hate using my brain. No, that's why I use my hands.
I'm that way. Like, so you're saying with like party themes and stuff with furniture. I can't look into it like an empty room and be like, this is the vision. But I'll go somewhere and I'll find pieces that I like. I'll just buy them and then bring them and be like, all right, let's organize it and put them this way.
But why when I do that to my house, it looks like shit?
Because you just got bad taste.
But someone was telling me my room looks like a divorced dad's room.
I said that.
You said that. A divorced dad, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, our house always looks good.
The Peloton in the side of my room, the fucking little ass.
I should focus more on like the rest of our house and making it like a little bit better.
I know. I thought you were gonna do the house.
We just have to one day move the new rugs into their new spot.
Matt, you put a fucking Powerpuff Girl rug on
No, I didn't put that there. That was
I put that there.
Zane put that there.
Oh my god!
And we've been too lazy to get up.
The first thing you see when you walk into Zane's house is a Powerpuff Girl rug, but it's like 2x2. Like it's so tiny.
On like a stone
It's not like,
That
it's not
table's
like a
nice, though.
Yeah, it's not like a statement
But
piece.
we
It's like,
we have those 2 rugs under the dining table. We just one day
still there.
Yes, they're great rugs, and they're great rugs. Just one day, you, me, and Leo, we just need to like put our elbow grease and move it, and I feel like there will be a whole different energy. And we need to hang up some of the artwork on the walls.
What is up with the bright blue fucking?
That was us
mirror?
It was us trying.
That's the bright blue mirror is fine. I think it totally.
oh, I
works.
thought it was painter's tape.
Oh no.
Oh, I was like, are they moving this? I don't know. I don't know what I thought actually.
Oh, they're about to do like a little art.
Don't
and
insult our interiors.
Yeah,
y'all got some weird ass dining table in there that
There
looks
you go.
like it's
There you
like
go.
at a cafeteria or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, how about you put a couch in the kitchen
There is
so
a
we
couch
can
in
lay
the-
down?
Did you know if I went to school, I would have went to school for interior design.
Oh yeah.
Is that so?
Maybe you should have gone to school.
I did it in high school, and I really, really
I
loved
was expecting you to say
I
that.
was like,
it. Right now, parts of the house are all over the place because we are in the process of switching what we're gonna have for the house that we end up buying, whatever that is.
Right.
So right now, it's a mix of what he had at his old house was industrial,
Yeah.
and now we're going for mid-century. So it's
It's kind of a
transitioning.
clash of both
We
worlds.
don't have the money to buy it all right
Where
now.
are these tables gonna go in the new house?
This is going in the fucking
in the
dump.
garbage.
In the dump.
We have to light these bitches.
What are we on?
fire.
This is 240. We got 10 more episodes and we can redo this bitch.
Oh wait, what episode are we on? 140? 140.
140.
that means we have 60.
No, we gotta
10,
get to
10 more
50.
episodes.
Oh, 150, and then we're switching up.
Oh
the
my god,
set?
10 more episodes.
There's no time.
Till season 3's over.
There's no time.
Well, how long is our break between season 2 to
Matt,
or
you get
season
no
three?
break.
I thought we were like going on hiatus.
No,
Actually,
I mean,
no, because then it would line up with the holidays, right? So it'd be good to have a little break.
I would love to have.
But I don't know. But then all the ad reads get really strong during the holidays because that's when consumerism.
I
What
think, no, I
reads?
think yeah. I think
What
I think they do
reads?
the opposite.
Are y'all not getting ad reads?
We get a couple. People, they like us. The brands support us.
We just got on the radar a couple days ago.
Yeah,
so.
we did. Hey, we're coming back strong, baby. We're coming back strong.
The ads are going to pay for this new set because this.
I don't mind this set.
You guys bullied us. You're lucky that we didn't.
I still think we should have like a celebratory bonfire.
How the hell are we gonna move these walls?
I have no.
The guys who built this, they come back and take this on. I
For
think
for
right?
a small price
For
of
a-
$30,000.
Oh man,
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
They did hold up though. They did hold these
these are
walls.
incredible.
These walls held up.
The set is incredible. It's just not for us.
People, every time somebody walks into, I'll give us this. Every time somebody walks into this room, they go, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
this looks
It's so much
It's
smaller
really
than
cool.
I thought.
No, that's the first thing they say, and then
definitely
they say
really
it's really
cool.
nice after.
Well,
I want to hang this. I want to put this sign on chains.
yeah, we want to do a lot.
Yeah, it's just time, just a lot of time that we have.
We'll
Just
get there,
laziness. We'll get it done. We'll get it done for
We're
sure.
trying to save money, which is why I sold my car today.
You did?
Yeah, the Cayenne.
How long did you have it?
I think 7 months.
It was in foster care.
Yeah, I think it was 7
I mean, I'm
months.
glad you got rid of that. Insurance was fucking booty.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
No sense.
Nobody
The
listens
insurance-
to me.
You didn't know.
I said, do you really need this one?
He did for 7 months.
Yeah, I used it.
He likes cars. It's like it's a hobby.
It's like you buying
Get a freaking Kia.
It's like you buying cheese and.
But there's not
charcuterie boards.
insurance on cheese.
Thank you, Matt.
There is on the big wheels. The fucking that comes with
there's
warranty.
Yeah.
This shit costs like $350 for a wheel of cheese.
My God.
Fucking cheese scare.
But yeah, I had it for 7 months, and I sold it for more money than I bought it for. So
really good.
I got to
Congrats.
drive a free car, pay for the insurance, but then make money off of it.
It helps
That's
that you
awesome.
take care of it.
Yeah.
It looks like it hasn't been driven, even though you drive it every day.
It looks like it hasn't been driven because
Did you have a moment
Brand
though
new.
with it? Like when you said goodbye, did you hug it, kiss it, anything
did.
like that? I always have to have a moment like
Yeah.
that.
Did you take the exhaust and?
Or just like, when like,
Matt's like,
or whenever you move, you have that
touch.
final moment.
oh, I got this. Here we go. Say, come on, come on.
Hey, come on. The van's all packed. Let's go.
I'll be right out.
Very good.
I'm coming.
I'm coming, Ma.
I wish I had a door to do it, like where you're just like,
I did that when we moved out of the Denny house. I had a moment.
The sweater.
Yeah.
Matt does it so good. That's the Big Little Lies. Stance.
Did you ever want it? Did you want it bad? Tears me apart.
Okay, all right, no more. We're gonna get demonetized.
But while I was there selling my car, I found out something about Zane's old car because he sold it at the place that I sold this to.
Which one? Which car?
I was appalled.
The
Which
Lambo?
car? Because there's 7.
The Lambo.
My last car, yeah.
Okay, he had a Lamborghini Urus.
So basically, he sold it to this dealership, and they gave him the money for it. And
By the way, before you continue that story, backtrack. You guys know this already. I had to take in that car every 2-3 weeks because something was breaking down.
Sensors
right?
were off. There was
Which
just
is why you got rid of it because it was so high maintenance.
Exactly.
So
and I was paying way too much money each visit, and I had to get rid of it. Continue.
So we sell the car, and then this is my first time going back to this dealership since we took it there.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, by the way, Zane's car was a fucking nightmare." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "There was so much frame damage to the car that he had to pay."
Did you do that?
No. So he had to spend like $25,000 to like fix the car, fix the frame, and get it to like
$25,000 to fix. That's insane.
So I don't know what happened, but Zane had no idea. So he bought it from the dealership, a different dealership, already fucked up, and had no idea that he was driving around this car that had
$25,000 worth of damage on it.
Do you think that they knew they were selling you?
We couldn't say if they knew or not. I mean, it's very risky if they knew.
If you found out
Yeah,
sooner?
that's what he said. He was like, if you knew that they sold you this car that had.
But that's so strange. Like, you would have to take it back for repairs, and they wouldn't like look and go, "Oh, it's because the frame's broke."
I can't believe that all the times I took it to Lamborghini, the 18 times I took it, they couldn't tell me that the whole frame was messed up.
Yeah.
How does a frame get damaged?
So if it was in an accident, so say they like rear-ended somebody or whatever it was.
I was thinking it dropped off the truck on the way to the dealership or something, and then they were like, just dust it off.
Probably,
I've been watching David's vlogs too much.
Yeah.
So if it gets into an accident, smashes on the front, it'll dent the frame and bend the frame in. So it could have been in an accident beforehand and was never reported. They tried to like fix it themselves, and they just put new fenders on, a new hood, new bumper, whatever, and left it.
Just sitting.
Which is crazy that you do like a car like that. Dude, that's a big lawsuit.
Yeah.
But
Not good.
I can't believe they
If only
did
you
that
got
shit.
into an accident and it was.
No, they would have blamed it on me.
Yeah,
the
they
whole
would-
frame got
Yeah.
messed up because of this. But
yeah,
I've never
so-
and I've never hit a car or been in an accident in that car, so I know it was not
somehow.
Damn.
pretty crazy. And like that just would have sucked if like something happened to me on the highway or something.
Yeah.
Like I was driving and then just something just shifted or whatever the hell.
A tire popped off.
When you mean by the whole frame, what does that mean?
The frame, like
The outer part of the entire car.
No, the frame is the inside, and then you have
the engine,
the body around it.
Got it. Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's like a skeleton, bones.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be like you have a broken leg, but the
hairline
skin looks
fracture.
good on the outside.
It's like a hairline fracture.
Exactly.
Very good.
Can't see it, but it's probably the worst thing you can. Is it?
I don't know. You can still feel it. I can still
You
feel
know
it in my
what? Can you
hand.
call Lamborghini for me? I want you to tell them that.
That's
Oh,
right.
I'm on it.
I can't believe I almost died in my car.
Good.
Second title option.
There we go.
Part 1, part 2.
Part 1, part 2. I love you guys.
Oh, man.
I love you, Zane.
Insane. That was sweet. You never said that.
You never said that? Well, I'm
thank
saying
you.
it now.
Don't say that. On my...
Are the cameras on?
Zane, you never said that. Oh, you never said that?
You never said that?
As long as we're recording, baby. I love you so much. So much.
The hell is going on?
So now I got to get a new car.
What are you going to get?
I don't know.
I want him to get the Lincoln Navigator
Why?
because I love a big ass car. But I do want an Escalade down the road.
A Lincoln Navigator is like just
They're-
like a Lux XL on Uber, though.
They're awesome.
But that's like
I
buying
love those cars.
It's like buying like the same car that's like a Lincoln Town car. That's like a cop car or a
what's wrong with
taxi.
it?
I
It's
just
cool.
feel like people will get it confused, being
They're
like
gonna think
Uber,
I'm
and you're like, no, this is my own car. Like
That's true. It's
If
crazy
it's
how every
black-
single Uber SUV black looks exactly
Yeah.
the same.
It's always that fucking Suburban.
yeah.
if I saw you driving, if I just saw that car, I'd be like, oh, it's probably an Uber driver. It's
probably a-
Are
Yeah,
you
but-
supposed to get that car to be Uber like SUV black?
There's like a certain there's a few different options that you can do in order to be a driver for that class.
Every time I'm in one of those cars, I'm just like, there's no way this is their car. I feel like this is given to them by Uber.
No, a lot of
It's
times
just-
there's these services where they just own it and they
Yeah.
make a cut off of their.
I'm sure they're already chauffeurs, and then on the side they're doing Uber.
yeah,
Got it.
But
like someone owns a whole
Thank
fleet
you.
of them and they just drive them out every night.
but I think the Lincoln's a little too close to an Escalade, right? Like they're pretty much the same thing. When I have
An
my kids,
Escalade. What year is this?
I want an Escalade.
It's a childhood dream.
You want to live? Yeah, it's like 2004, and this is like the dream car.
Yeah.
The 2022.
They're
Escalade?
nice. They're nice.
Oh, yeah,
I,
they did new ones,
I
yeah.
haven't even seen a new Escalade. I just thought like,
Oh, they're sick.
Escalades have come and gone.
They brought it back.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Does Vince have?
Vince has
He
that.
had
Has-
one.
oh
Or he
my-
has one still. Yeah, the gray one.
They're unreal, but they're too close to the Lincoln Navigator, so maybe something else.
I don't know. That's
You
like,
remember when Escalade came out with the truck
Yeah, oh wait.
and it looked like the Chevy Avalanche?
Oh yes.
I want to drop my kids off to school in that.
Because it looks mobby.
Oh, that black one.
It is mob vibe.
black,
Bubba.
all black, Jordan. Yeah, that one.
No.
Okay, wait. Show Matt the interior. Do 2022.
Looking like you're pulling up like from The Godfather or something. You want to look like an Italian mobster, right? Is that
Yeah.
like the look you want to go
Yes,
for?
that's exactly it. By the time I have kids, I bet a really, really insane one's gonna come out.
They're finally putting the V in the Escalade.
Oh yes, I'll wait for that.
Wait, they're putting the V.
The V.
Yeah, so you know how they had like the CTS V, the CT5.
These like V8 engines.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's like
Okay,
they're
so there's 8
they're
cylinders.
top of the line.
It
Yeah.
just goes vroom faster or louder.
and it goes vroom louder,
Louder,
too.
too.
Oh no,
Boy.
wait, I don't need
Yeah.
that. I didn't know that's what that meant.
Damn, that looks nice. That's
I love
fancy.
them. That is like a goal of mine. I want to be able to buy that.
You'll get it, Bubba.
I'll get it.
You like your Jeep so far though?
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Have you been ducked at all?
I freaking wish. You know, I went to. If you don't know what duct is,
No, somebody left something on your car that one time. Remember, you freaked out.
That's not duck though.
I thought somebody was trafficking you.
Explain what ducky.
I totally forgot about that. That's how I found out what ducking
Yes.
was. Right. When in our driveway, there was a yellow duck on the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch it because I thought it was like something bad.
Yeah.
So I went inside and I called Heath, and he was like, "Don't touch it. I'm coming home. Whatever." And then all I did was go on TikTok. TikTok is the new Google, Twitter. You just
Everything.
type in keywords and it comes up. So I typed in Jeep duck, and it's called ducking, where Jeep owners have a bunch of little rubber duckies, and they're different styles. There's like a punk rock one and a hot pink one.
You can buy a huge pack on Amazon.
Yeah, they're
tons
really
of
cheap.
Rubber duckies.
I didn't know
and
that.
then if you see another Jeep, because you know Jeeps are just like one big happy family.
It's a Jeep thing.
If
You
you
wouldn't
see
understand
another
it.
Jeep, you put a duck somewhere on the car. And then you
For some reason I didn't really even think about the word. I thought ducking was when you're driving by a Jeep and you go like that to them.
Oh, that's just
That's
like
the Jeep wave.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God,
Jeep
okay,
wave.
the Jeep wave. Sorry, I thought that was ducking. I've never heard that before.
I never heard of it until
I
I
thought
saw
somebody
it on
like
TikTok.
put like a tracker on her car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I was scared.
So someone went into your drive, like in your property, and
Well,
like, put it on
I
there?
think it was at the shopping center I was at. I just didn't notice it somehow.
the
I don't
duck
know.
on your windshield.
Yeah, it was in.
You know she's in her own zone when
That's
she's
true.
doing her thing.
You know, on the hood, there's those 2 scoops.
Yeah.
It was in that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
So I do want to start ducking people.
I feel like you would put a lot of time in your day ducking people.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I would
it
go
would,
out
it would take over
purposely.
her
You go to the
life.
store just to see if there's any Jeeps in there, just so you
Yeah.
can.
You should start cheesing people. Just put like a little
Yeah,
like a
ham
little
and
baby
cheese.
bell cheese wheel.
Ooh, absolutely not. That shit'll be out in the hot sun. It's
Melting on the
queso.
hood.
You're gonna look like a fucking
That's funny.
crusted chicken Ramona by the end of the day.
How fun. Yeah, I saw a TikTok of a girl who got ducked and she was so excited. She's like, oh my gosh, I just got ducked for the first time.
I had a different experience. I was like, oh.
But I know, right? But you TikTok it and post it, and all the comments are like, Mariah,
Girl, you're
fine."
good.
Just full on panic at that.
I wish I had something that was a bond.
You have me.
I feel like Porsche community, you guys have a big bond.
It is a tight community. They just like you kind of just have like a not like an excited wave, but when you see like somebody in a nice Porsche, it's kind of like it's a little thing.
Yeah, Defender people we kind of wave, but if they have an old Defender, they're just like they don't want to look at you.
With the Raptors, it was flick the high beams.
I don't know.
Every Raptor driver would do that.
Oh, Teslas have a community. We love to get keyed.
We love to return them.
Did you get keyed?
No. But remember when people were posting their webcams from their cars and keying Teslas because people just like.
I'm very conscious of that now. Like getting out of my car next to a Tesla, I'm just like, don't pick your nose.
Yeah, right. They can see you.
Scratch your ass.
Yeah. Scratch your head. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I need to check those cameras more often. That's how I caught like all those like times that somebody broke into my house because I decided just to check the cameras one day.
Are you recording though all the time,
All
or
the time.
only if like
ever since that accident, I record all the time now.
Good.
When I.
Oh right.
The other day, I shouldn't be saying this. I was with my mom and I was and you're gonna scream at me. I leave to go to your house and I get out of the neighborhood. I'm like, shit, I forgot my medication. I forgot to take my medication. Right?
Every
day. So I look to my side of view mirror and see that there's no cars in the lane. So I back up.
I do that all the time.
But I didn't look behind me.
Oh,
like
my
I looked to see if there's cars like on the other lane, but not behind me for some odd reason. And then I hear, and I was this close to completely smashing.
Against what?
Another car
behind me because I was at the light and I needed to get in this lane so I can make a right to go right back into my neighborhood. And
It's the worst when your brain just glitches like that.
Yeah,
like I was on. This happened months ago, but I think about it every time. You know, Laurel Canyon when you're going up over to our side and you hit Mulholland,
right?
Yeah,
and there's no like left green light. You have to like yield and wait for everybody else in the lane. I just been waiting there so long, and it was so happy it was green. I just went, and this car was like going, and I had to stop. We almost collided, but I was just like, idiot. Like, I don't know.
He thinks you're yelling at him, but you're just hitting yourself.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm so sorry. And it's so embarrassing because all of those people are just watching you do that. I think about it every day, and I apologize, but thank God we didn't get hit. But like,
Do you ever, when you're on the I think about this all the time. I don't know why, but every time I'm on the highway, I imagine everybody in their cars, but like everybody, all the cars are like invisible. Like you can see through everybody, and you just see everybody just sitting in the seats on the highway. I do it all the time. I don't know what, because sometimes when you're driving, you don't think that people are in these cars. You think of them just as cars.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever do that?
It's weird. Everybody is going somewhere.
They're all there's a human in every car. Like if
you just look at it as a car.
If we were all together in like a grocery store, everybody would be respectful, nice. But for some reason on the road, everyone is like an enemy.
Yeah.
On the road, you're trying to pass somebody. You're trying to move. Like everybody is just like
it's a free for all.
It's a free for all, exactly. And
especially in LA, everybody comes from different states, so everyone's driving the way their state drives.
Yeah. So how I get that enemy mindset out of my head, I just imagine everybody. I see everybody with like invisible cars.
Yeah,
and you
that's
see
interesting.
Because if everybody had invisible cars, I feel like everybody driving would be much different.
Yeah.
Like nobody would be getting cut off.
Like the invisible boatmobile.
Because you look at them as people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you're about to say a speech, you imagine everybody in their underwears. So you
picture people.
And imagine.
So to get rid of your anxiety, that's what I kind of do with driving.
Nice.
That's a good idea, though.
I'm gonna put Jordan on blast for a second. I thought you were a bad driver, but Jordan.
Jordan's bad. I don't like Jordan's driving.
I have never seen somebody drive so Florida in my life.
Very Floridian driver.
Oh my God, it is insane. Taking corners.
He drives like he's in Mario Kart. Yeah.
No, he drives like he's at one of like the driving simulators in like Dave and Buster's. There's no like easy turn on a steering wheel. It's this. So if you're like taking a corner, it's not just like hold the wheel in one position. It's this. And I'm like, bro, hold the line.
And then he floors it.
Jordan drives like a 65-year-old now.
Jordan, you're an old soul.
Like, wait, he's like.
So normally, if you were gonna like veer or turn, you would just turn the wheel like this and just hold it.
Yeah.
You would just like hold it into a turn. It's this. To do the line.
But he's jerking it back.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
It's
It's a little bit at a time.
Are you shy about committing to it?
And then also, if you come up to a corner or like a turn, most people slow down going up to the turn, coast through it, and then gas out. This motherfucker floors it up to a turn, slams the brake, waits till he gets into the apex of the turn and starts flooring into the bro, I've never seen anything like it, Jordan.
Explain
it's
yourself.
Actually impressive.
Have we gotten to all of our destinations okay?
Barely.
Jordan,
How many minutes do we shut off the GPS?
Minutes of my life because I'm stressing.
wait, no, hold on. You say he's fast?
He's so
fast and slow at the same time. I can't explain it.
The times I've been in the car, slow.
Well, he
if
has
I was
his
behind you,
moments.
I'd be laying on my horn. I'd be. If we were like in a one lane road, oh my god.
But then we'll also like if you're on the highway and you see the cars ahead of you start braking, normally you would start braking. He goes and he punches it. I'm like,
maybe I think because he means to press the brake, but he presses the accelerator.
It is
But
crazy.
do you think you drive worse when there's other people in the car?
I do, Matt. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I know. Sometimes there is that.
and I give him shit, so it probably puts pressure on him. But dude, I've never seen anything like it. And then we'll get to a destination. He'll be like, "Man, LA people can't drive." I'm like, "What?"
It's okay though. It's okay.
That's funny.
I saw a TikTok that was like, growing up is realizing your parents are terrible drivers.
That's funny.
So bad. My
dad-
dad, horrible driver, and he drives in a Prius. So
I
he
wonder
looks-
why that
Sorry, Jordan.
is.
I love you. I'm being honest, but I'm also busting your balls. Do you remember learning how to drive? Do you remember
Yes.
doing the day with your parent? Or
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I failed my driving test.
You don't say. How many times?
Just once. I hit a cone back.
That's fine.
Ice cream cone?
But I remember my dad being so mad at me.
Oh, I know. Just even like doing the most simple maneuver, they snap at you, and you're like, "Well, this isn't fun anymore."
But it's crazy that they'll snap at you when they're horrible drivers.
I wonder if we'll be bad according to our kids. Like maybe it's just like really.
I don't
a
think we'll
different
be
time.
bad.
I don't
I don't
know.
think we'll be bad drivers.
Do you also remember the time when you were conscious about driving? Where it wasn't like an autopilot thing. I remember taking my
Yes.
mom's car for like the first time and being like,
I'm driving.
I am driving a
Yeah.
vehicle and I am aware. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
You get on the highway, you are at war.
my
You are in the
gosh.
battlefield. You are along
Like-
with the horsemen.
I kind of miss that feeling because I haven't
Yeah.
had that like, here we go, I'm merging onto the highway. Whoa. You know what I mean? Like, now
yeah.
it's just like you kind of just like whip it around and you're not thinking about it. It's just second nature.
Do you remember when you were learning to drive what one thing you struggled with was? Do you remember like the first time you drove? What was like the thing that was like you keep doing
confusing,
this?
very confusing. Like what would confuse you on the road?
Anything.
Yielding when it's like a green light, but like no one's coming, that's when to go. But when there's not like the green turn signal or the green,
I know what you mean.
the green arrow, and just knowing it's green, but like a car could come anytime, and like
Yeah.
not knowing that, I would get weird about.
I had this thing. I got yelled at a couple times. I would change lanes in the middle of an intersection, like
yeah,
going
you
yeah.
can't
through it.
do that.
Can't do
No,
that.
yeah.
And my, I learned that lesson.
I feel like people do it, but yeah, if a cop sees you do it,
Yeah.
then you'll definitely
Like you know the rules, but you kind of bend them a little.
Also,
Exactly.
just like the stopping. I remember like as soon
that
as
was mine. It would like be a hard stop. I'm like, how do you ease into
Yeah,
it? I don't understand.
It took me a while to figure that one out.
Yeah.
too.
But
Yeah.
my parents overall were pretty relaxed when they were teaching me how to drive. They were just
Yeah,
like,
because they were
"Oh,
praying."
just fix that.
they were just eyes closed. Did you guys learn stick? Do you know how to drive manual?
No.
Oh,
No,
I did. I had
have
to.
no
I'm just
clue.
waiting for the day I'm in a damn horror movie and I'm like, get the keys, get the car, go. Fuck, it's stick. Like, and you can't go.
Do you think if you got put in that situation, you'd be able to figure it out?
I think so. Like I played
You
some
would. You
video
would.
games where like I know when to like hit the clutch and focus on that little thing and get it right.
how do you
in
turn a manual car on?
Well, first I think you
Clutch.
turn it on and then you give a little bit of the gas and then get the clutch into the
No,
first
how do you
gear.
turn the car on?
You put the keys in and you turn the car on.
See, you wouldn't even get it on.
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
You have to put the clutch in. Good job, Bubba.
Well, I think in that heat of a moment, I'm like, well, if that doesn't work, then I'm going to try this.
Maybe that's how all those horror movies they can't get the car started.
It's
because
just
it
a
was
manual. That's all it is.
Come on.
Who are manual car? I guess there's certain cars
I want a manual
that
car
you
so
need.
bad.
They're fun. When I
It
was
just that is like
Isn't Big Red a manual?
No, I wish. It's just like you are literally a pilot. You know what I mean? You are.
Yeah.
The car is an extension of you.
It's a cool concept.
It's like a
but
suit.
It scares me, people that drive stick, because you don't know when a car is stick until you're stopped on a hill and they're rolling back and there's not enough room.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, because they have to roll back to go forward. And you're like, oh, no.
Sticks are good because you really pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
Like you will not, like when I.
No texting,
my
driving.
Phone, no,
Yeah.
my phone, I couldn't even like pick it up to answer nothing, no GPS, because all my focus was on that stick.
Get your cars in manual, or your kids in manual car, and they'll never be texting, calling, driving.
My mom wants my brother to get a stick because he has like crazy ADHD and
It's the coolest thing.
he needs something to do with his hands. And my mom's like, get a stick,
stick,
so
yeah.
that you're busy and you're
Yeah.
focused, because he can't focus. He has zero focus.
Every time I would steal, when I didn't have my driver's license, I would steal my mom's car. And I remember just driving around during the day. And my first thought going anywhere, I was so scared that somebody would recognize me in the car.
Oh, shit.
Like driving around like a neighbor or one of my mom's
Like,
friends
see,
on the road.
yeah,
So
yeah.
every time I'm at a stop, I would duck my head like this everywhere I went. It's not like whenever someone pulled up, I would just go like this and I'd just do this just to make sure that it wasn't somebody that
I was
knew my
ducking
mom.
around my area because I was in a minivan.
You were just embarrassed.
Before I got a car, like both my parents had minivans.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned to drive, and that was the only family car. So, and it wasn't a new one. It was like just a rundown, like rusted.
At least it was a
minivan.
car though. I feel like in high school, it was if you had a car, it
Yeah.
was cool. Like
Didn't matter what it was.
didn't matter what it was. Like you at least had a car to drive around in.
Yeah. It was a dope feeling. I remember getting in Austin's and just being like, we can go
You have a
anywhere.
car.
I
Yeah.
hated that I didn't have a car in high school. Like you really like the world was in your was your oyster when you had a car.
I feel like I'm going insane. Like I really do.
Yeah?
I don't know. I
you
feel
want-
like I'm saying it because it's healthy for me to get it off, but I'm just like not.
At least you're
feeling
not
well.
running out of the room like man.
I know.
You're pushing through it.
Zane and I
pushing
had
through
a
it.
day yesterday.
Meltdown? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we had a meltdown.
Big meltdown day.
Is
Wasn't pretty.
there something in the air or is it just like
Mercury's in retrograde.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, I still don't even know what that means.
I will never know what that means. I just know it was on a shirt when I went to the Goodwill.
I think my brain's been like just like on junk mode though. Like TikTok is like sometimes I just feel like it's just like zoinkity boinkity boinkity, and you're just like I was going to bed the other night and I was trying to just like think of something calm and it's just like
wait! Oh my God!
like
Wait,
it
when
was
was
just
that?
blank,
When was that?
last night. I was
Last
just
night.
like
Okay, I was on
was
TikTok
like-
last night, and I've never felt more stupid because everything on there, I was like, what am I? This is not feeding my brain. So I told myself, the next TikTok that comes up that I learned something, go to bed after that, go to sleep on it. That's so weird that like
Zoinky
it's
boinky.
like-
Zoinky
Yeah, it's like a freaking pinball machine.
Yes.
Like, oh.
It's a pinball machine. That is TikTok.
Oh, and it's not like satisfying.
Oh, my
But
God.
I had that same thing last
like
night.
I really need to
Yeah.
tone it
These
down.
kids though, like just like the young kids, like elementary,
I feel
middle
like I'm
school,
on
that
an
are
iPad.
on TikTok all day, their brains are going to be so
Fried.
fucking fried.
Oh.
You're not fried, but just like it's going to be really
All over the
difficult to
place.
because I feel like just me, a 29-year-old on TikTok for the past year, it's definitely had an effect
Yes,
on my brain.
me too.
And through the pandemic and everything, always on TikTok, that took a turn.
like
in my,
ADHD is gonna skyrocket.
I noticed that I keep doing this and it makes me mad every time I catch it. I'll go through my phone. I'll literally like say I go through Instagram for like a few minutes while I'm going to the bathroom. I'll close the app and then I'll click Instagram again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll do it with like I'll just open the app right
Again.
back up that I just
Yeah.
closed. I'm like, why? What am I looking for?
I need to have like designated times where like I'm going to sit down on Instagram. I'm going to go like all my friends' pics, comment, and
If
then
you
not
can
look
find
at it for
them.
the rest of the
Yeah.
day. Like devoting like a time.
It's like your email.
for it.
You go on it for a certain amount and then you finish it. You're done for the next few hours.
I think we
Yeah.
just need to be on a stricter work schedule so that we're busier.
We just need things to do.
Because the second you sit in a chair,
Yeah.
even if it's for like if you're waiting to microwave your food, like the second you sit down, that's when you need something. We're trained that like you should be doing something at all times.
What if we had a
It's so-
schedule where it was like on June 5th, Thursday, we have to go to the park, right? We have to go to the park from fucking 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Figure it out. No phones. You have to have fun at the park. Do
Then you
something.
resent
Oh,
the
I could do
schedule.
that.
You'd hate it. I don't know.
Oh, I would love that.
I don't know. Just like Just something to keep you excited, I guess, because you
something.
can't have your phone and but
Do
not
you smell
having
pizza rolls?
I was just thinking of pizza. That is so crazy you said that.
I just got a
literally
wave
was just thinking
right
of
at that
pizza.
second.
That makes me think it's something paranormal. You know when people are like,
I got
"Do you
a
smell
wave
flowers?"
of pizza rolls.
Well, I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, God, I'm really hungry. Do I have anything to eat? And I was
Jordan-
like, I had
Jordan!
pizza. And then I go, no, I ate all the
Right.
pizza.
Oh,
Where does he go?
I thought he was in the kitchen. I was because sometimes Jordan goes to the kitchen and like has fun in there.
I don't know. Maybe
Oh, I took my shoes off. I'm ready. I'm in it to win.
something is
no,
in
that's
there.
the smell.
Oh, something. The $1 billion lottery. The numbers came out.
Somebody
right?
won?
In
Somebody won in
Illinois.
Chicago. Somebody has $1 billion.
No, more like 400 million
whatever.
after all the taxes.
Good for
That's
them.
still unbelievable.
It's crazy, and that person is out there, and they are probably they're probably dead. Honestly, because the heart attack I would have if I just like received.
You can't say anything. You can't know. Poker face.
I would go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what
Having
that.
to
Maybe,
keep
like, where
that
do you
secret.
begin?
I don't know what
can't
that would feel like.
You can't tell your friends. You really can't tell anybody.
Did you see the I think it was like in Australia. It was a guy on the news. So he won the lottery. This was like years and years ago.
Yes.
Won the lottery. And they like went to him and they were like, okay, cool. Can we get like a video of like a reenactment of
some
you
B-roll,
buying you buying the lottery ticket, and then we're gonna put that in with like your winning. So he buys another lottery ticket to film him doing the lottery, and he fucking won again.
He's
Another
like, I just won $250,000.
and they're like, oh my god, this is good.
I'm not kidding
And they're-
you. I
and
just
they're like,
won it.
wow, yeah, keep it up. He's like, I just won $250,000, and they were like, wait, what?
No, they had to have set that up.
No, it's a crazy moment.
And then he starts breaking down. He's like, I cannot believe this right now.
Come on,
The luck.
that's insane.
Yeah.
yeah, that's like doing like a half court.
And you guys are
like,
absolutely sure, like they couldn't
Yeah.
have, like that's something David would do. Like, hey, make the next lottery ticket the winning one, so like the person can win it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
are you
real.
sure?
It's wild. It happened like
Oh
in the
my-
90s, or
Yeah,
it's
it's
like it's
pretty old
really old
footage.
footage.
Wow.
I think it is one of the cruelest things for people to buy the fake lottery tickets
I hate
and
that.
giving them to their friends and family to like either if it's a scratch off or it's the
Oh,
numbers.
what do you mean? What do
and
you-
you win, right?
Where it's like the
Yes.
automatic
They're
win.
fake.
When David did it to me.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
All right, let's close this bitch out.
All right, this is fun.
Let's
It
get
was.
some
It was- there
pizza
was-
rolls.
It was a roller coaster of
How do you
emotions.
feel, Matt? A little better?
A little bit better, but
Feels good to just talk and hang out.
yeah,
Exactly.
it is good. But thank you guys for being there for me and hearing me out. It means a
Trust,
lot.
trust me, you're preaching to the choir here.
And also the 600 other thousand people, we're also with you.
Thank you.
Thank you again for tuning into another Zane and Heath Unfiltered episode. Make sure to check out our coffee, Cromoto.com. We have every single flavor in the book,
In the world.
in the world.
Every flavor of the coffee.
Ground coffee and K-Cups. And we also have merch. We got mugs, tumblers, double wall insulated tumblers that you can buy all on Cromoto.com.
Also, make sure to check out our Patreon. You can see the episodes a few days early and completely ad-free. Every month we do a high episode with a different guest. We had Tana and Brooke on. We've had Susie on, Alicia, Remy. So make sure to check that out. We post those once a month. We do a live Q&A every month. We also do private Discord that you can have access to. And
We also keep these cameras rolling
That's
15,
right.
20 minutes after we finish recording, and we talk all the shit in the world and talk about how we felt about the episode and just get
Unwind.
stuff out of our chests. Unwind with Unfiltered.
so again, if you want to check that out, patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
Thank you so much, and we love you. And see you next week.
Poodles.
Toodle boodles. Toodle-loodles.
You shouldn't have to worry about rising prices and supply chain issues when you're grocery shopping for your family.
US and where it's like aiming towards, and they're keeping an eye on it. It's supposed to be Saturday, but there's also like it could be 16 hours before Saturday or 16 hours after Saturday. This weird thing. All
Block
the
your whole
comments were
weekend.
like, "Excuse me, a rocket?" Like no one's heard of
Wait,
this.
so there's a rocket coming to the USA.
Is this
It's-
our last podcast?
What's going on? Mariah,
right here.
you got to give us a little
That's
bit more
all I
detail.
got.
That's
That is
it?
all I got.
I thought you were bullshitting. I was playing along with it just to get a rise out of Matt.
Jordan, look that up.
That's a slow ass rocket. It's 2022. Make it go faster.
It's Bob-
Doesn't it
it's-
fall fast?
It's Bob's Big Boy from
The rocket is sponsored by the DMV.
Stop.
Uncontrolled Debris from Chinese space rocket could crash back to
Okay,
Earth.
debris,
Wait.
Mariah. Debris.
Oh, okay. So it's
Think
not.
about how big a rocket is. A debris could be The size of the
Catastrophic.
Peru.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you kidding me?
catastrophic. Bad.
What
Do you
do
remember
think
when
it's a light bulb?
the Challenger exploded? Do you remember that?
What's the Challenger?
It's a little dark.
Yeah.
We're starting
Oh,
off on
that
a
show.
dark
That
note.
show on MTV.
No.
The Challenger. Do you remember
Yes,
being
yes,
in elementary
yes.
school where the astronauts were coming back to Earth and it disintegrated? Or
I don't
did
remember
it take off?
watching
No,
it.
I think it took off.
It took off and exploded in the
Yeah,
end.
but
That was like one of the saddest.
Yes.
Horrible.
In Texas, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The people's debris was falling in people's backyards.
Oh my God.
Oh,
But
man.
a big thing they had to say was like, if there is a space like debris in your backyard, do not go up and touch it because it's filled with like so much chemical radioactivity.
Oh man.
Good to know.
Wow.
And you know, in Beyonce's song XO, that song, I
don't
love
know.
you like XO.
Okay.
And it starts off, it's like, something's gone wrong. We don't. That is the audio, I'm pretty sure, from the Challenger explosion.
No way.
That's bad.
There's
if
no
it is.
way.
I'm pretty sure that's they did that. I'm like, imagine your dad was an astronaut, died in a Challenger.
Right?
Beyonce was like, that sounds good. Baby,
That's okay. Let's fact check. Fact check. We're gonna fact check that.
Beyonce Challenger.
If that's
Wait,
the
can we
case, that's
can we
really
look
bad.
at this rocket first?
Yeah, let's look at the rocket after. Have you guys ever seen?
Beyonce responds to astronauts angry over
okay,
her
so-
use of using the angry.
Oh my God. That's how do you not think about that before putting
Now
it out?
that's tone.
Well,
deaf.
let's
Yeah.
think about this. Beyonce probably had no clue that came from that audio. Right?
Yeah, but the producer did. I'm sure.
No, I'm saying the
They
producer
probably
probably.
this is a fire idea, and they were probably so excited.
I know,
to
but
tell
I
us.
have a feeling he put in the song and they were like, Beyonce, why don't you listen to this? And she heard it, she's like, I love that. But like he probably didn't
just
tell
didn't
her.
know,
By the way,
yeah.
this is from the Space Challenger.
The catastrophe.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're back. Let's back up.
Oh, we're talking about the debris.
Over the rocket now. We're not talking about. Okay.
Just go to images.
We are all over the place.
I don't know. I have zero information. I just heard it.
I mean, as long as it's not a fucking missile, you know what I mean? I don't want a nuke coming. But have you seen those clips of like, you know, those clips where like those informational like TikToks where they're like, if this nuke came and hit this side of
How big of
US,
a
how big of an
yeah.
explosion it would be? I saw it was like a minute video and they're showing each nuke how catastrophic.
How big? Like
Each one was just like one missile
insane.
could like this entire city gone.
That's
and
what-
then, and then
Flattened.
I'm excited for that Oppenheimer movie. Like the guy, can you imagine being the guy who invented the atom bomb? Like you invented the bomb that can destroy cities, destroy worlds. That's like insane. That like you
gotta be-
invented
you gotta
it,
be
and
sick.
now you created
You're
a
a
world where
sick
it's
person.
possible. Like it's insane that it exists because it's a battle of
There's
arms.
no
Nobody will ever
need.
drop an atom bomb.
there's no need for bombs like that. Like why?
right.
You know what I mean? Why do you like?
'Cause it's
if
a-
someone.
It's because somebody did it just to be able to be the person that you know what, don't fuck with him because he's got an
make
atom
a bigger
bomb.
bomb.
And then if you know somebody else has it, you're like, well, shit, I gotta make one so I can at least.
That's what
be,
the Cold War was, man. It was just a standoff of like, well, they have this, therefore we need to build this. And the guy who made it regrets ever fucking making it.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm the creator of evils or the death of worlds or something like that.
War of the Worlds.
But I want to know how. So if the debris falls in your backyard, when do the Men in Black show up?
Yeah. Oh
You know?
yeah. I want like one is the fucking.
It becomes Stranger Things up in there. The
Yeah.
government, the guys in the suits, just going boop. You didn't see anything. I don't know. Or do you sell it? Do you own it or do they own it if it lands in your property?
I think it should be finders keepers. Like people that find treasure and they get so excited. Like you just found a whole treasure chest of gold and you can't even do anything with it because it's going to get seized. That sucks.
Wait, that's like legally it gets seized?
Yeah.
When you find treasure in your property, on your property?
Yeah, or if you find it in the ocean,
Are you,
anything
wait,
like that.
are you sure?
Yeah, you can't do anything with it.
Wait, you tell me what?
A lot of people, or if you find like an artifact that's worth like an insane amount of money, you can't do anything. Like,
Oh, that happens in the movie Uncharted with Tom
yeah.
Holland. That's out. Yeah, there's like something about that where they can't get it because once it's like seized in the water or something.
there was that one lady who bought something from a Goodwill. And it ended up being this insanely rare 100th century wood, like just a really old
And you know
artifact.
what? Good for her.
And that was worth like $500,000, $1 million or something like that. And whoever runs the collectibles for shit back then. I don't fucking know the name of it, but they came in and were like, you can't have that. That is something.
Is it property of the church? Is it something that was?
It wasn't the church.
Was it stolen from the church and then it made its way to Goodwill, or
no? It's just like
you know what I mean? I have fantasies where I just want to work at Goodwill and just go through stuff and like Google it, being like, "What's this?" All right,
yeah.
But you wouldn't know what would be valuable or not.
I guess, but I would have enough time to Google it.
Pot with a painting.
Like, I love Antique Roadshow. I want to go to one of those.
My favorite is the reaction of people who find out the value of whatever their item is. They have no idea. They go in with like something their mom gave them.
They damn well know what it's
or else
worth.
You wouldn't be going in there in the first place.
Google it. You can just do Google image search on whatever it is you have, and it would come up and tell you what the worth is, right?
Yeah.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this episode, DoorDash.
Summer is in full swing, baby, and the celebration begins during the Summer of Dash Pass by DoorDash. With weekly members-only offers and new items released every week, you can shine bright and feel cool all season long.
So say hello to summer savings during the Summer of Dash Pass for DoorDash.
With 0 delivery fees, exclusive items, and more than 25,000 members-only offers nationwide, Dash Pass by DoorDash has everything you need to make your summer memorable.
And with your Dash Pass by DoorDash membership, you can save on average of $4 to $5 every order you place for delivery or pickup. That means on average, it pays for itself when you order just twice a month.
With members-only offers and items dropping every week, you'll have everything you need to make the most out of summer right at your fingertips.
So go on, baby. Shine bright during DoorDash's Summer of Dash Pass and get 50% off your first order up to a $15 value. All you got to do is use promo code Unfiltered2022 at checkout when you spend $12 or more.
That's 50% off your first order up to $15 in value when you sign up for DoorDash during Summer of Dash Pass using promo code Unfiltered2022.
One more time, baby, so you don't forget it. That's code Unfiltered2022 for 50% off your first order up to a $15 value.
Thank you, DoorDash, for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to get Dash Pass, baby. We love you.
Do you have like an antique or like an heirloom that you think is like worth a lot of money that like is in your family? You're like, ooh, I'd love to get my hands on that.
Probably.
Yes. What is it?
My parents have it in the house. It's I don't remember how they got it, but it was like traded for something from my nana, my Mima.
Mima.
Stop calling.
I fucking hate that term.
I just think it's so funny. When I said Nana, it reminded me of Mima.
What did that
Mima
guy,
and Pop Poopa.
That guy
whatever.
made a video on it. He goes, if you're still calling your grandma Mima, stop that shit.
But yeah, it's this giant framed artwork piece that is all made out of yarn, and it's a woven portrait of this giant landscape with like a river and like a bridge and like this house thing. But it was from, I guess, like I think World War One, and it's from somewhere or something. But I think it's worth like an insane amount.
Well,
of
do
money.
they have to seize it from Mima now? The government?
No, my parents have it.
Oh, your parents have it now.
But it looks really sick. It's all hand done with like thread. I don't even know what it would be worth, but it's pretty sick.
Yeah, Picassos are pretty cheap.
Tell them to send a picture. I want to see it.
My parents went to like it's a Museum of Modern Art. That's the one that's in New York. When David Hockney like had an exhibit, just a poster, bought a poster of the exhibit. And now probably bought the poster for like $20. Now the poster's worth like $3,000. Just the poster.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to start investing in art.
We should.
For museums.
That's why I have a David Hockney lithograph above my bed. The one that's in plexiglass that hangs right there.
Wait, I thought that was you printed that at FedEx and put.
That's the
that's the copy
that's
of
the Le Corbusier. Yeah.
Oh,
that
got
was
it.
a
That
print.
one you printed out. Okay.
The one I have above is like
Sorry
it's
to
a
call you
pretty.
out on-
It's not like
It's in my head. That's not the peace treaty. That's a copy of the peace treaty.
it's not a.
Oh, sorry, Matt. Go.
It's not a Hockney painting, but it's like a lithograph. But it's a really nice version of like one of his prints. But I don't know. I spent like $300 or $400, and David Hockney's still alive, and I think he's in his 90s. So when he dies,
We're just hoping he dies quick. Let's get that money, baby.
get it. Let's get it. But then I think if you had a $10 million painting, would you sell it? or would you keep it? What if it was somebody very important? He goes, "I've had this forever. I've always loved you, Heath. Take this."
It's sold the next day.
Wouldn't question it.
Let's go.
Wouldn't question it because
We got 55, 55, 55, 50.
because I don't care about art like that, like other people do. So in my head, it's like, wow, I need that. Like, I want the $10 million.
And somebody else is going to appreciate it more than
exactly.
you.
But it's the honor of who gave it to you. Like, what if it was?
I love
they
sentimental value. I get it.
What if it was like Hank Williams is dead? Or I'm trying to think. What if like Toby Keith? I don't know why I'm coming. Like gave you like Heath, I love you, man. Have this, please. And you're like, that's the worst is that you're like, I want to sell this. With the honor of like.
If I needed the money, I would sell it. If it was something that I was like, I wouldn't want to. But
I'd sell the ownership, but I'd still be like, you can have it, but I keep it, but you own it. As long as, you know what I mean?
But it stays in your house.
This is why I wouldn't want to keep something like that in my house. Number one, because I would either lose it at some point in my life. Number two, I get broken in too many times, and I feel like that shit would get stolen. And I'd probably think about that every time I leave my house. Like, oh, I have a $10 million painting in my house, and no one's in the house. What if it's gone one day when I come back? I'd rather that in cash form in my bank account. Because you can't steal that. One day you're going to be able to steal it.
What if your great grandmother Mariah gave you like a $3 million necklace and it went down to you? What would you?
That's different.
Okay.
Like my grandmother, I would keep it.
$3 million.
Yeah.
10 mil.
Mariah, we're not recording right now.
Let's go higher. When are we turning the back on grandma to get the cold hard cash?
No, because grandma's always watching. That's the thing. Grandma's always watching.
Yeah.
It's that Mariah
Her
guilt.
grandma. My grandma my grandma would never be watching me.
Did you see how much the jackpot is up to for the lottery?
What is it? 1 point something billion?
It's over $1 billion.
For the lottery. Like one person's gonna get that billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely absurd.
I just hope it goes to somebody who needs it, you know?
I just don't understand why one person needs $1 billion. Like when it comes to like a lottery, like you could easily split that to like 1,000 people, or
I
even
think the
10,000
lottery
people.
should be $500,000 max because that's a lot of money.
It's crazy. Does that make sense? Like not like there should all be going.
I love it knowing that there is that little ticket that can win and change your life.
Yep, $500,000 can change your life.
Correct, but $1 billion?
I feel like they'd make more money. Whoever's running these lotteries, they'd make more money if they knew that more people were winning.
Yeah.
Instead of one person.
Yeah.
How much of the sales goes to the state?
Well, if you take the cash prize,
In the lottery, basically, don't they keep like 50% and then they put the other 50% into the winnings, and that it keeps piling up. So the people are paying.
There was a cash.
That's why the government loves that shit.
there's
Fucking
so many different types of lotteries out there. Like it's
That's pretty crazy that half of that $1 billion.
Yeah, I agree though. I think more people should win and they should make
So hold on. They're going to take half from every sale, and then they're going to tax you on it and take another half?
that's a fucking lottery, baby.
No, fuck it. Take
But the lotteries.
You have no right.
No,
Like,
but that
nobody
lottery's coming from everybody else's money, though. You know what I mean?
That's a lottery. That's what the point is.
I know, but the government shouldn't take half of that. That's not fair.
Yeah,
Should be called.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever known somebody who has won the lottery?
Not like a substantial amount like that.
Yeah, not like a gas station like ticket. Like I know people that won the lottery at like in Vegas.
There was
like,
a
on
family I knew growing up that did win the lottery. I think it was maybe a couple million, but we didn't find out until a few years later. Like they moved, they got a better house, everything.
Yeah.
Like we were like, what? Oh, they must be doing really well.
Just hush, hush.
And then like 5 or 6 later, we found out,
They hit the lottery.
they had hit the lottery. But that's the thing is you don't tell people.
You have to. You
win the
can't tell
lottery.
anybody because
Yeah.
the moment other people like your neighbors find out, no one like fucking no one like likes you anymore.
That's why
Or,
it's
like,
always the idiot kid who like wins the lottery, who's like 18 years old and goes on TV and is like there with a big check, like
and then their shit gets stolen fucking 3 weeks later, or like people just take advantage.
There's a pretty crazy statistic of people that win the lottery and then end up going completely broke afterwards because they don't know how to like
Manage it.
they don't
That's
know
all
what
it
to
is,
do
that-
with it, and they just blow it all. End up.
There's a really great movie that just came out with Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening called Bill and Marge Go Large, and it's about a couple back
I saw
in 2003 or 2004 figured out he was like a good, hardworking man, but wanted to retire, but still didn't even have anything up saved up to like provide for his family, and he figured out there was this like error in this lottery, and then was able to then start racking up.
What
like
do you mean
millions.
there's an error in the lottery?
It's so mathematical where it's hard for me to even explain, but it's based on a true story. But what was really great is he ended up creating a fund with all of his like community and was able to like help make his friends a bunch of money and give back to like this dead town. And then these Harvard students, a Harvard kid, figured out how to beat it and was like challenging him. The whole movie
It's based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
That's insane. Even the McDonald's lottery.
Monopoly.
It's insane how that was real. Like that seems like a movie script, like just a fake movie. But that shit was real. They were taking that and I forget what the story was. But
did you play the McDonald's lot? Oh, you didn't go to McDonald's.
Like on your soda, on your. Oh, you didn't go to McDonald's.
Well,
you only
you
went
can
once.
explain it.
Okay, so on the McDonald's cups, they'd have this like it was Monopoly that you
collect
peel it
the
off,
Monopoly pieces.
and you have to collect like 3 of like the same like pieces or something. And if you have all
it's
three,
Monopoly.
yeah, you collect 3 of the same pieces, then you win like $1 million. Like you win the lottery
or a jet ski.
Yeah, it was insane. But this couple knew somebody that worked at the place that made those tickets, and so they were able to like find those 3 all the time. And then
what in the Veruca soul?
the people everybody that was winning they all lived in the same town, all like just streets apart.
Did they stop it after
And after like the 5th win in that same town, everyone the cops were like,
Something's
wait a
up.
second.
Because it was so funny, like them interviewing the people, and they're like, "Isn't it crazy that you won?" And they're like, I can't believe it."
Right, you gotta watch that just for those
That's pretty
videos,
funny.
for that footage of them all being interviewed, and they're all trying to come up with how they won it. It's so fun to watch.
Speaking of winning money, you guys just went to Vegas. What happened? What
I
went
was
down?
up a lot. every time I get back, I'm
You
like,
left up, right?
Zach Justice told me that you were up 800 and that you were in the green, and I was like, I'll hear the story.
I ended up losing the winnings.
We got a little greedy.
Overall, I'm down like $400 for this.
But like I respect how Heath plays because he puts the money in and then he knows that he's gonna or he says I'm gonna lose this and I'm gonna leave with losing this.
No,
yes, he does. No, he does.
Like, whatever I'm willing to.
Like, what are
lose
you
this.
okay with losing?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't go like I'm bringing this. I need to come back with. I'm like, okay, this is how much I'm willing to lose to have fun gambling.
Yeah.
But he
This
won't
is
go
how much
past
this
it.
I'm okay with it.
experience-
But you get a little froggy though. Like you'll be starting hitting it, and he's like, he'd be putting that like 50 on that bonus buster, like.
The easy bust and the fucking side bets. That's where they get you. The side bets.
I know. I've seen times in my life, Heath. You've had like a castle of chips.
We were doing really good on roulette too.
Oh, yeah, we
I had
did do good.
Oh,
quite a bit of money sitting there, and then
you blowing on the dice, Mariah? Like
You do the red.
she was my good luck charm.
Yeah, every time I showed up at the table, he was up and up and up.
But I get bored. I'm just like, okay. I think
When you start getting bored, you gotta leave.
This is really bad because if I go, okay, I'm willing to lose $1,000 on this trip, and I'm up $300, I'm like, I really don't fucking care. You know what I mean? I have a hard time just being like, okay, cool, let's walk with 300. I'd rather be like, all right, let's test it. Like,
Right.
if I'm gonna win, I want to fucking go up and be
big.
like,
Like when
I
we
won
were-
$15,000. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
then I'd be like, let's get out.
yeah, we're out.
When we
You
were
know?
at the slots and we put in $50 and you were up $7, I pulled out.
Oh,
I was like, good, that's good.
7.
Let's say go to the next machine and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
I
kind
was
of.
like, good. You did so good.
Went to the food court, got a Sbarro pizza for $7. Fucking made this trip worth
I
it.
blew my money too, though. I lost all my money.
Yeah, the big cheese slot machine was.
We got to a point. I was pulling out at the right time. As soon as I was over $5, I was like, perfect, and I pulled it out. But because it's fun playing for a long time, like the slots. But there was a point where I have no idea what I was about to say.
Big cheese.
All she's seeing is the slots on them.
She gets fixated on like the numbers and the bing 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 and the bells. She's like, I need to hear that again. I don't care if I'm winning. I just need it to
like
go to
the-
the bonus
like-
She
round.
goes to volume and goes max.
Yes.
You'd love Candy Crush then.
No. But we got to a point like we got back this morning. We drove back at like 2 a.m. right?
Jeez.
And but so we were playing till like 1 a.m. and we were playing and it was just the two of us in the casino and it wasn't rowdy because it was a Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. It wasn't rowdy. Everybody was like so nice to each other and nobody was like super drunk and I was just enjoying myself. So I like put in $300 and I walked out with nothing. but a good time. But I was at the point where I was
that's an Ace Fest ticket.
It's almost like I did it on purpose, though. It's almost like I put in the money and I kept going until I got to zero, and then I just left. I didn't want to go back up. I was like, okay, we're almost done. And I said, by the time I lose this money, that'll
because
work.
what if that last $10 is the winner? You know what I mean? It's the
Burn it.
Look at Mariah on her first hit ever.
No, that was the first.
Oh, I love that sound.
That sound.
wow. Yeah, that is a.
And I love it when
No, but they did all that for like $3.
Oh, I hit one machine. It was going crazy.
And people were gathering around because it looks like you won, and the sound and everything's vibrating, and like there's people around looking, and it went up like $2.50.
It was so stupid. The guy behind me was like, "That was it." I was like, "I know."
$2.
It's crazy how they reel you in those machines. It's nuts.
It's amazing. I love it. Everything about
They're
it.
spraying something in the air.
The guy, you know the bankers there where you like cash your chips in. I had been like going back and like I would give them the coins and then I get my money, and then towards the end of the night I found like $40 worth of chips in my pocket, and I was like, all right, fuck it, let me just go cash this out. I don't feel like throwing it on something. And I walked up and I set it there, and he laughed at me. He dead ass looked at me and was like. He was like, all right, here we go. Let's get you paid. And then he went 5, 10, 15, 20, and he just like gave it to me. And I was just like, he like gave me this look. And then he was like, don't blow it all. He literally said that. And I was like,
he's poor shaming you.
I felt like really pissed.
The $40 is a lot. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone's coming up with $40 worth of chips, though. Like, that's
right.
What hotel are we at? Where are we gambling?
That was at Resort World.
Resort World.
Resort World is
it's really nice.
I just acted
it's
like
big.
Bad name. Resort World.
Resorts.
Well,
There's
It's like a resort. It's like
there's
it's
3
like
hotels.
a mall. Yeah, there's like 3 hotels within it.
It's actually a pretty good hotel. It's like
It's
really wide
nice.
and open.
Yeah, it's
actually
just very nice.
Name it something fancy instead of Resort World. It's like SeaWorld and like Disneyland Resort.
I'm trying to figure out why they would call it Resorts World. Is it because it's a
trifecta?
It is like a resort, though. It's
Or
like,
it's tropical
It's
theme.
like a hard rock. No, it's not.
Resort
tropical.
doesn't mean tropical.
No, but it's like a resort. When you go to a resort, you think of like a tropical hotel. Man, I thought that's maybe what they were trying to do. Resorts. I don't know.
Anyway, love your resort.
I am the spokesperson for Resorts World. I'm just trying.
I
to
did win $600 golfing.
I, as a casual bet with somebody?
Yeah.
What are we playing? Are we playing like per hole kind of a thing, or we're reaching towards a?
Yeah, it was on the back nine. It was $500 for the back nine. Whoever won,
Truthful.
and then my buddy who I was betting against, he wanted to at least try to like win some back. He's like, all right, last hole, you already got me beat. Just last hole, let's do $100 on top of it.
Oh boy!
And I was like,
you beat him every time.
And I beat him again, and I made $600. So I technically didn't do that bad out there gambling.
He actually likes to play bad before bets.
It's called sandbagging.
It's called bluffing. Oh.
Yeah, he likes to
Sandbagging.
Sandbagging.
Yeah, that was my grandpa's fantasy football team.
The sandbag.
It's illegal to sandbag. It'll get you messed up in a pool hall too. Don't
What
do
is
that.
it?
Well, no, it's not illegal though to do that. It's just
frowned
frowned
upon.
upon.
No, like if you are playing something and you purposefully do bad, like in a car race or something like that, so you get people to then go and bet money against you because they're anticipating or like expecting something to perform a certain way.
But legally,
And
what's
then-
the worst that can happen?
What's the origins of this? Like
Like the meaning behind sandbagging.
hot air balloons? That's the only time I'm really thinking about bags of
I think it has to do with racing. You would throw sandbags in your car to weigh it down or something. So then
and then you would throw the sandbags out, and then you would go faster.
I think so.
Sandbag origin.
That font
Yeah.
is.
Oh, it is racing. Good on you, Heath.
The term has multiple uses, such as a driver who competes in an event in a series below their level of expertise to finish
Oh,
high.
we know that.
Oh, okay.
No, do origin.
Meaning comes from poker, where a sandbagger is someone who holds back from raising because they want to keep their opponents in the game for longer.
But where's the bag? Where's the sand?
Yeah.
Where's the sand?
When you're bagging somebody, is that like is there
You're bagging?
Anyway.
bagging somebody?
Anyway.
What's that term
wanna
mean?
You bagging on somebody? Ragging?
Bagging? I don't know. I thought that was a word too.
But yeah, it was a really fun trip.
It was a really
And
nice trip, and we've been to Vegas like over 10 times probably. You know, like we go as a
all
group,
have.
whatever. But this was the first time that I realized I never really got to experience. Every time we went to Vegas, it was we're going to leave in 30 minutes. We're going to go see this DJ. We're going to go to the club, and then we're going to fly back home.
Yeah.
And like, it's either...
It was always for a specific reason.
It's always for a club or the casino. And so this time we went with our group and we didn't want... Nobody likes to go to the club. So we were just like, let's explore the town of Vegas. So we went to Fremont Street, which is the original strip.
The old school one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the Golden Nugget and like the people
Seeing
flying
the
down.
Golden Nugget
Binions?
was oh my gosh. Every street that I went on, I would look up that street and then a different year, like 1950. And it was just
I love it.
Shit Matt would do.
it was amazing. There's pictures of the Rat Pack in front of the Golden. Oh my
it's
gosh.
so sick.
It was such a cool feeling. And like he was getting emotional because when his grandparents would go to Vegas, that was the strip they would walk down. And the casinos on that strip were almost untouched.
They
The
look
old school style.
old
They're
still.
serving you like
Yeah.
on the street there. Like the bars are like, really out
And
the
it's
open.
just got
The
that smell.
Yes, the smell, the cigarette smell, but it's not like muggy. It's almost like an air freshener, like old Vegas hotel.
Yeah.
It was so the carpets were tacky. They were cheetah print and palm trees. It was just like
It's cool. It's just like the history is really
yeah,
sick.
it felt really, really nice, and we didn't get. There's still so much that we have to experience. Like I didn't know they had the Neon Boneyard. Have you heard of that? They take old signs like
All the ones that they don't use anymore.
Stardust, Hard Rock, like all the old signs that would be around Vegas on the strip. When they replace them, they don't throw them out. They set them up nice like a museum. Look how cool
that's
is.
sick.
So those are the old signs that got replaced.
Oh, there's Instagram girls there.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to be next.
Like
in
that to
line.
me feels like a zombie land type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, like
you
the,
know?
what was that? Zombieland. That's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels. Oh
That's
my
sick.
god,
I love that.
that is such a good idea. Like, there's so much to Vegas.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
things
a lot
to do.
more than just
Sex, drugs, and rock
partying.
and roll.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Partying is stupid.
We went to a bunch of Italian restaurants where like they're like mob themed, and they have pictures of like Sinatra there, and like they used to
It's
perform.
crazy
and Elvis.
that they would just go in there and like eat. I don't know. I can't get over it.
I know. I love it so much. I love it.
If these walls could talk.
Oh, you're telling me.
Stories.
Do you ever get like upset that you
Mom's
can't?
just getting her juices flowing.
I put on my pinstripes for the night, and
I get so mad that I can't go back in time.
I know.
Like
I
not being
actually
able to
get
time
worked
travel
up.
like really
I
makes
know.
me angry.
It works me up.
We all wish.
That's why we watch stories and movies and
Read books. You got to read books.
Heath.
When's the last time?
Can I have
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this episode, BetterHelp.
There are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps. There's also BetterHelp Online Therapy.
And if you don't know what BetterHelp is, it is an online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anybody on camera if you don't want to.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
And honestly, it's so much easier to talk with somebody online in a video or even text because it's hard to open up in person. I personally get intimidated.
Yeah.
Like sitting face to face with somebody, and I just don't want to leave my house at all.
I know there's a lot of stress in my life right now, especially with work stuff, and I want to talk to Heath most of the time about it, but like sometimes it's really good to talk to somebody that's unbiased.
Exactly. They're not just going to tell you what you want to hear.
Exactly. And what better way to do it than from the comfort of your own bedroom, baby?
Exactly. Gas prices are so high. Don't be
too high.
leaving.
No
just
way.
Stay at home.
And especially with the last 2 years that we've all had, it's really good to just talk to somebody.
It's good to
Yes.
check in on yourself,
Yeah.
your own mental health. Everybody, takes care of their cars and everything else, appliances in their house, but nobody checks up on their own mental health. So it's really important to talk to somebody if you're feeling stressed or you just got something on your mind and you need to vent.
In the end of the day, our bodies, they're like cars.
It's our temple.
You got to check the oil.
You got to fill it up.
You got to fill up the tires.
You got to change your tires.
Exactly. And your body is your temple, baby.
Your body is your vehicle. It's your vessel.
Exactly. So if you want to be like us and get better therapy, better online help,
Get better help.
go to BetterHelp, because our listeners not only get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Zane and Heath, but you also get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Zane and Heath.
I get both of those?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. And you're going to be doing yourself a solid. So make sure to check it out again and get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Zane and Heath.
That's BETTERHELP.com/Zane and Heath.
BetterHelp, we love you and thank you for helping all of our listeners.
What was your first cuss word? What word did you say that just came out and you were like, God damn.
Feels so good.
Moron.
Whoa. One time I got beat for saying something sucked. Like the word sucked.
Oh, sucked.
That was a good one.
Big no.
Could not say sucked.
I used to do
I forgot about that.
I got in trouble for doing the suck it. Do you remember that? Was that? Okay. Yeah. I didn't know what it. But we would do that. That was suck it.
Suck it.
You got those like baggy.
I didn't know what the hell that meant.
No idea, but I remember. I think I did it to my dad or something. I was just like, "Suck it," and oh man,
it's crazy that the term suck, like where it came from. Like, oh, that sucks. Like that sucks dick. Like that sucks.
Oh, you know,
it's crazy. Like when you really think about it. Like,
is that the origin?
I think so.
I had a creepy science teacher when I was in middle school.
I knew it. Did he make you suck it?
No, we couldn't say. This was so creepy about him is because he was like, do not say sucks in my classroom. You cannot say sucks in my classroom. And we were like, why? What? We'd be like, why? Why can't we say sucks? He'd be like, he said, it's a sex act.
What?
He said that. And like we are in like 6th, 7th grade.
That's pretty
dude.
crazy.
That is the most inappropriate, I think, because now visually we are young kids, 11, 12 years old. And now we're thinking about sex, the sex act of sucking.
Yeah.
And you're putting that image in our brain.
He did that to say it. Like he said, we're not going to say suck. So the kids would be like, why not say suck? So he could then be like, because it's a sex act. So it was like his lead up into
it was like,
into bringing.
I think that's what the term actually means. I think he was using it as a way for you guys to stop saying it because he doesn't like. But obviously, I would never do that. I don't agree with the teacher. I'm just saying that because I think that's just like the real origin of the word.
But if I found out that like my kid is in 7th grade,
oh no,
6th grade,
absolutely, let him say it.
And there's a teacher going, can't say sucks. Why? Because it's a sex act. That is so inappropriate. Just be like, it's inappropriate. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Respect the rule.
Yeah. Absolutely no. I'm not going with the teacher. I'm just saying that's why he said it. But absolutely inappropriate. It's a fucking 6th grade classroom.
Oh, I wish I could call out that teacher so bad.
Say his name.
No, like, dude, I
actually don't. Just don't.
I know.
We've got enough trouble.
If kids came forward about that teacher, if one student came forward and said that they had an issue, and if anybody else wanted to come forward with the story, I absolutely would. I think that teacher, it's ridiculous. And he's still teaching today. Still teaching.
Do you think he's done other things that are really bad, or was it just that one moment?
He grabbed me by... I talked about this on Good Influences. I talked about this before if people have listened to it. Grabbed me by my neck and pushed me against a wall one time. Dude, I vividly remember him doing that
in school.
What did you do?
Wow,
accepted it.
Why
he
did
said
he do
suck.
That?
I think I probably was being being smart, or being like a smart aleck, and just said and then he was.
I
just
can't imagine you.
That is crazy.
Like choked by a teacher.
But it was in such a time where I thought I was getting in trouble, and me getting that was better than getting sent to the principal's office.
That's
you know what I mean?
There was no moment when we were little in classroom where that was acceptable at all. Like even you know how back then teachers probably hate kids, but our entire elementary school, middle school, a teacher could not touch.
We don't use corporal punishment.
Yeah.
He also would do pressure points. He would come by.
What?
And he would that area of your neck where he's sensitive. He would press you, and you would lose control. So inappropriate. Did it multiple times to multiple students, and
that's insane.
I've talked about it to some other people who've been alumni when I've reconnected them. Like, wasn't he pretty creepy? Everyone's like, yeah, he was. No, I remember all that. But I just wish one person would go public with it, because I don't want to deal with the wave. But I hope he's still not doing that. You know?
Yeah.
There's no way he's still doing that now. There's no way.
Because he got called out, or
because these days he'll get called out.
You cannot go near you can't breathe near a student without there being a complaint.
Yeah, 100%.
Like when I went to school, you would be able to like a lot of teachers would grab kids, they would grab. even that
is
right, yeah. Like, or if kids like need to be in a line and they're not in line, and you can't even like adjust that. Like
now it's. I feel like now it's verbal too. Verbal, like if you're clearly like yelling at a student more than like other people. I don't know, like shit that we dealt with all the time as kids. But like I feel like now it would get called out for. Like other students would notice it because students back then would have never noticed that shit. If one student was getting like. Harassed more than the other kids.
But then, like, it's weird. What's weird about that is like, oh, if someone came forward and then I said it, like, what? Should he be fired from his position that he's in now? Like, what am I doing?
Well, no,
like, what? I don't deserve anything. I'm not expecting anything. I would not say I was traumatized, but it stuck with me.
Yeah,
like it really like freaked me out, but.
I think it would be just to like for people listening, if they had a kid in the class or whatever, to at least be aware of the situation and the past that he has. You know what I mean?
I just wish I could look him in the eye and be like, that was really weird what you did, and I just want to let you know that I never ever forgot about it.
Yeah, and just whisper to him, just be like, you're not still doing that, right?
I know. He was a good teacher. That's what sucks about it.
So he was a good, you're saying outside of that he was a
very fun teacher.
It's like that movie Whiplash. Like what's his name?
Yes, it's that Stockholm syndrome of like you start sympathizing with your abuser.
Yeah,
like
that's a great movie. Whiplash.
I heard
amazing
really
movie. It's literally the same situation.
Not my tempo. That's a quote from the movie. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Get off track.
Well, I can't wait for you to show us a picture of it.
Any creepy teachers though? That
we had the one guy that somebody dug up pictures of him.
Oh no, that was more like embarrassing.
It wasn't. It was just a little bizarre
because like back then you could not like follow your teachers. You couldn't add them on like Facebook or anything like that, right? That was like a huge no. Like teachers would be like, you can't add me as a friend until you graduate. That was always like a thing,
right?
Like, in our school it was, and that didn't sound creepy at all. Somebody found. I think somebody posed as another person, like they like catfished their account, and then they added one of our teachers as a friend, and he accepted. And they were able to see all his pictures, and there was like
he was in like ball gag and like fishnet stuff, and very like
on Facebook.
Yeah,
on Facebook.
But he was like, I think he had like a band on the side.
Yeah,
and
I think it was like a costume party or something.
It was just
a joke.
Just seeing him dressed like that, everybody was like, "Oh my god!"
But only that picture got circulated, not like probably the rest of the party pictures that were in there. And it was really, and I think he brought it up to the class one day because it got to him that all the kids were sharing it, so he had to address it in the class.
How'd he do it?
I wasn't there.
What did he teach?
Friends were telling us about how he addressed it.
What was the subject, or what did he teach?
He was
science,
some sort of science class. I don't know if it was like a biology or something.
Poor thing. That's so embarrassing. Imagine.
So embarrassing.
Imagine.
Did you guys have Facebook pages for each grade where people can anonymously post like secrets about people in your grade?
There was ratemyteacher.com that was
Oh my
pretty
god,
good.
I use that all the time.
Yeah,
you go back and judge.
You'd be looking for the one with the chili pepper because the teacher was
Yes! Bro, that was for college.
That is so funny.
Do they still have that? They have to have that still.
Explain what it was.
So basically, you would go and rate my teacher, and you would look up all the different classes that you'd be choosing, and you would pick your teacher, but you would look and see like the reviews. People would be like, bad teacher, they suck, blah, 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 whatever. And then every single teacher had a chili pepper that you could rate them on their looks. If it was a hot teacher or not.
teacher. That's insane. Hot teacher.
That's crazy.
Wasn't there
Really
somewhere like the actual teachers would leave a review like, this is the teacher, like I have never done that before. People would leave reviews, and like whether they were true or not, the teacher would go under, this is Mr. whatever, I never did that.
Bad.
It was like Yelp. Like, sorry about your experience. But
that's crazy that they had that like chili pepper meter.
It's crazy
like,
they had a lot of things like that.
Did you hear about the whole Cypress Bay incident thing?
No.
Is this a Texas school?
No, it was in Florida. It was like this like
happened?
crazy thing that happened. It was like all over the news. There was like something like a nude, not outbreak, but it was like something insane where like a bunch of shit got leaked.
Or like
from like
Assassination Nation, the movie, or like
Heath, I remember that. That's so weird. That was like deep in my memory.
And it was like this whole thing where
it was a whole leak where everybody's news just got released.
Yeah,
and it was like all like scene kids and just like
it was something like crazy.
Because I know that there's people that had files or folders of everybody's news, especially in the scene community, like back in the scene days with like all the, all the kids.
There would be like a group of people that collected somehow. They always
because they would get it from friends and then they would start collecting it in a folder.
It'd be that kid at the lunch table like, have you seen so and so?
Yeah, and they would have the whole file. They would have everybody's energy. They would have it as blackmail. Just this one person, this one kid would have blackmail.
We had something like
that. That's so crazy. That's so fucked up that they did that.
Time.
It was a different time.
It was.
Remember
really
that we've talked about this before, but so interesting. I want to bring it back. Remember that page that it was like a talk shit site. It was a MySpace
like
page.
Like an Ask FM.
It was an Ask FM, but it was a public thing where people
forum,
like a Dumoy. What's that page that like
that leaked celebrity?
Okay, so it was like an anonymous account like Dumoy that would post like private shit of everybody's lives, and they were like real. Like this person was actually getting all this information and posting it on the site, and it was true. It was like all these scene kids. It was like the news. It was like the TMZ, but like nobody knew how this one person was getting all this news. And I found out who was running that page.
Oh, afterwards?
It was a huge page. Like everybody, all the scene kids, like the famous scene kids, the famous.
How'd you find out?
Because the person told me, found like they logged in. They logged in and showed us it was their account. It was insane. So horrible. But like it ended up being somebody I knew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Close person. That's somebody I knew.
Damn.
I'll tell you after. Fucking nuts.
Yeah, there was someone.
Jordan.
There was an anonymous.
Wait, Jordan, do you know about this?
I think I might know who.
Okay, he might know.
You
definitely know. He definitely knows. Unacceptable. If that shit was unacceptable if that shit was happening right now. Like they do have that now, like Shade Room and all that shit. They do that, but I feel like it's not our world. We're not like tapped into that.
Is cyberbullying? Are kids still cyberbullying?
Oh, I feel like now more than ever.
Yeah,
I feel like now.
Bro, look at the TikTok comments. Bro, that's all pretty much.
I'm getting cyberbullied.
Who comments is bullying.
But I think you get like cyberbullied by like the public. Are kids like still cyberbullying like their peers?
Yeah.
Yes, I can confirm.
That is still happening?
You can confirm?
That makes me angry. I just thought
my students and stuff, they were at that age, like teenagers, and they would talk about it all the time.
Oh, that people are like,
they'd be like, well, she put this online.
Does it happen in person still, like back then? Because in person was really bad. Like in person bullying.
Oh yeah, of course.
Isn't it strange?
I feel like it happens. I'm surprised it happens in person still. I can see it happening online a lot.
It's
but in
easier.
person,
It's definitely easier online for people, but in person, like there are more physical altercations than I've ever heard of. Like the students I used to teach, they were in middle school telling me every day about these like physical fights that girls would get in with each other. And I was like, what? I didn't see a fight until high school.
Because now everyone's like
middle school. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like if I ever saw a negative comment on MySpace, like on a MySpace
I'm sure
page.
there was.
I can't even like.
God, I remember getting bullied in high school and I cried. Man, it was did you ever get to school early in the morning, like before school started? Where did they put you? Did you guys like all go to the cafeteria?
No, we just sat in the hallway, like just around the school.
Oh, y'all all just like sat in the hallway.
Different parts of the school.
Sometimes we would like go to the gym and we would have to sit like in the bleachers of the gyms. You could play volleyball, but we would like for the next 30 minutes we would just wait.
How early would you get? I would get there on time.
Oh, you were going to breakfast.
No,
you would go early.
They had breakfast.
I
never got to do the breakfast.
But no, it just my parents had to go to work. They dropped me off. School started at 8:50.
That's true.
Probably got dropped off at 8:30. 20 minutes. And I remember sitting in the bleachers watching like this little volleyball game, waiting to go to school. And there were all the I was in 7th grade. There was all these 8th graders, and then like this dude comes up to me. In front of all these people, and he goes, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Matt." He goes, "Your boyfriend's name is Matt?"
That's good.
Oh,
He just said his boyfriend's name is Matt. Your boyfriend's name, and I remember sitting there and like I had nothing smart to say, and I just wept.
Yeah, I can see Matt. I can see it right now.
That's such like an our time. That's such a sentence that
it's crazy. I couldn't have the balls to say that to somebody like in school. It's crazy how there was a complete opposite spectrum in school. Like somebody that had the balls to just call anybody out like that.
I remember it was just like tears, but I was trying to stay so strong.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like, I was just like trying to tough it out and just
say that.
tears.
Like you can't say anything.
Yeah, how do you even fight back? Like, what do you even say?
No, he knows it works. That's why he uses. That's why he used it on that.
It's crazy. I wish I can have.
Shut the fuck up.
I wish I can have like my aunts and uncles on to tell all their like schoolyard fighting stories because they are absolutely insane. Well, when my mom comes on, she could tell her fighting stories.
I can't.
But there's a couple stories where like back then you fought. Okay. If my uncle goes home to my grandpa and he was like, so and so threatened me with a knife.
Let's go back. Let's go right now. Let's go fight him.
My grandpa would give him a bat to show up to school with. Like it was like, yeah.
That's an Italian right there.
And they were in like 5th, 6th grade. So
That's
there's this kid, Richie, that was threatening my Uncle David. He told him that he's going to bring a knife to school and kill him. There was like a rumor around the school that like, and he said he was in 5th grade. And he goes, he goes home to my grandpa and he goes, Richie said he's going to bring a knife to school and kill me, whatever. So that's when my grandpa gave him the baseball bat. And he goes, if anybody tries to mess with you, like, use this.
You know what's crazy? That like they didn't just call the school and be like, "There's someone coming with a knife. Here's a bat."
No,
Was there no phones didn't exist back then?
I mean,
like, what happened?
It was
Student directory.
you could literally smoke on the schoolyard. Like there's like no rules.
5th grade.
Yeah, in the 5th grade. So he showed up to school and he waited for the school to come out. And my uncle in 5th grade is holding the bat, and the school lets out, and he goes, "Richie, you looking for me?"
It's like a movie.
Yeah, so Richie comes over and my Uncle David takes the bat and he's just like going like this. And then Richie was friends with this other girl that my mom previously beat up. She was the school bully. And so she showed up to back Richie up. My grandpa showed up behind my uncle.
What are these parents getting involved?
So because my grandpa was like, go fight, but my grandpa stayed close behind to make sure he was going to do it.
With a machete.
And he showed up. And my uncle is so scared. And like I said, my mom had previously beat up this school bully. So my grandpa shows up and he screams at them. He goes, "Richie!" And he goes right up. He goes, "Do you know who I am?" And they freaked out and they were like, "Yeah, you're Tina's pappy." My mom. And they said, "We're good. We're all good." And they stopped and they said, "Yeah, and that's Tina's little brother." And they were like, "Okay, cool. We're good. We're good." But I wonder how they're doing.
But I feel like that's like Brooklyn though. Like kids are still like that.
Oh yeah.
They're like just very street, and
that's nuts.
It's crazy. It was a
like I hear stories about people getting
time.
jumped. I'm like, I don't even know. I couldn't even imagine being jumped.
No.
Yeah.
I got jumped.
Like jumped.
Where
a group of like 5 dudes come over.
Okay, mine was 5 girls.
Not jumped.
Jump by.
I got my ass beat.
They physically were on the like.
They were hitting me.
Where was Princess?
Wait.
Princess was not there that day.
Leading the pack.
She was not there that day. Princess, she used to be my protector, and she was not there that day.
Isn't getting jumped out of like an initiation thing for who's ever jumping you? Like they're doing it out of their own amusement. Like you didn't do anything to ask for it. The people who are coming over just to jump you.
Yeah,
it depends.
Like you're just going up to beat up this random person. Like right?
I feel like
Isn't
there's
that
some
jumping?
sort of
Yeah,
like
I think it makes
some sort of beef.
Yeah. Like I think jump means like more than 2 people are like beating you up, right?
Yeah.
But it's usually 4.
Like when it's clearly not a fair fight.
Okay.
You're getting jumped.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I don't know.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this episode, HelloFresh.
And if you don't know what HelloFresh is, it is a delivery service where you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit, baby.
So gear up for the busy fall season with over 55 weekly options and take the stress out of meal planning and prepping. From family-friendly to fit and wholesome and even veggie, HelloFresh has tasty and nutritious meals sure to please everybody.
And we know the fall season can be pretty busy, so weeknights can be made so much easier with foolproof step-by-step recipes ready in around 30 minutes or less.
HelloFresh also has quick and easy recipes, 20-minute meals, and low prep, low cleanup options because I hate prepping and cleaning. It's the worst part of cooking, so they just make it so much simpler.
And catch this, now enjoy more variety than ever before with Hello Custom. Swap out one protein or side for another, upgrade for a more luxe experience, or even add protein to a veggie meal. That means more choices, more variety, and more meals truly tailored to you and your family.
And honestly, I love HelloFresh so much because I get to try new recipes that I never would cook before. It's stuff that I've never heard of, and all you got to do is just follow the step-by-step, and you literally cook something that will blow your mind, impress a family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, a friend. It is absolutely incredible and so much easier than you think it is.
Exactly. Not only like that you said it's easy, but I love the fact that you can it's like you're spending more quality time with people that you love. Like you get to do it with your girlfriend, with your best friends, with your parents. You get to impress so many people, and they have no idea that it's HelloFresh. It's already delivered to your door.
And at the same time, all that, you're saving money because you're not throwing stuff away, you're not wasting, you're not overcooking. It's exactly what you need. Right there on the table, bada bing, bada boom.
I always buy so much more vegetables and like sides and details and condiments and everything just to make one meal, and it goes to waste. And I never use it again because those meals are so intricate and they're so specific where, I mean, honestly, it's like the best invention. It's just like specific meals, and they give you exactly what you need to the T, to the measurement.
And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
Exactly. So make sure to go to HelloFresh.com/unfiltered16 and use code unfiltered16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts.
Again, all you got to do is go to HelloFresh.com/unfiltered16 and use code unfiltered16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes, and you're going to get 3 free gifts.
Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you. You're saying how you wish you had your brother protect you. There was one time where my brother did. There was this girl and guy on our school bus. I wish I could say their names because it was
first names. Say the first names. Who cares? No one will find them.
But the two kids were Muhammad and Ashley and Muhammad, right?
Okay.
We were all in the same middle school bus, right? And they would bully me on the school bus every single day.
Doing what?
They would just like verbally make fun of me, like make fun of my like outfits that I was wearing. They would make fun of my hair. They'd make fun of my face, how I looked and everything. And then they would like do this, like on the bus. Like I'll be sitting there and they're like push my head. It was just like every single day. Like I got to the point where I hated riding the bus. I wanted my parents to pick me up every day because it was like a nightmare riding on this bus. And it was happening every day, and I stayed silent. I just like kept it to myself. And then one day, I think I just like cried, or you know what it was? I cried on the bus one day, and I got off the bus, and I told they were both like pushing me. This was like the first time I felt like it was like I was watching. It was like a movie. I was getting bullied. They're like, "Oh, what are you gonna do, hon?" I was being pushed on both ends. Like she was pushing me to him, and he was pushing me back to her. Classic bullying that happened outside of the bus. And then I went home and I like cried. And I told my brother. Right? I didn't tell my parents. I told my brother. Told my brother that I'm getting bullied by these 2 kids, and my brother knew who that kid was, the boy.
Yeah, let's go.
And he knew all his friends too. So he called them and they're like, we're meeting at the park, we're fighting. He brought all his friends.
I just got chills.
And my brother brought all his friends, and they all fought at the park because they were bullying me.
Who won?
My brother and his friends, of course, they won.
Thank God.
Oh no, my brother had fucking big dudes. He was friends with big dudes.
Gosh.
Yeah, he called in the army. He called in the squad,
Nice.
and
Way to
they
go,
came
Ollie.
ready. He brought like their
Any
scrawniest dudes.
Steak knives, bats?
No steak knives or bats. It was all fists. It was all
Good, yeah.
it was all-
Just raw.
Yeah. I felt so bad because I obviously wasn't in there fighting because I was tiny. I didn't know how to fight.
Right.
But the girl and the guy were both they're in there fighting. It was so embarrassing. Everybody was fighting except for me.
Did it stop? Did the bullying stop?
What?
Did the bullying stop?
The bullying stopped. They didn't say a word to me after.
And that's the way the cookie
But
crumbles.
you know what? One of them did. Oh shit!
What?
I wanted to bring this on the podcast. I forgot to say it. So the girl DM'd me on Instagram like a year and a half ago, right?
Shut up.
Oh, recently.
Recently DM'd me. I didn't screenshot. I forgot to, but she recently DM'd me. Oh my god, you remember me from school? Blah blah blah.
And how do they always forget that they bullied you?
No, they remember.
They always come back like, oh my God, how are you? Do you remember me?
She's bragging like, yeah, I used to bully him. He was a loser.
Yeah.
So wait, how should you respond to that? Like,
I just didn't respond.
don't
Why am I
answer.
not going to respond?
Yeah.
Then sometimes though, you just want to go block, and then
No,
for them to be like, "What did I do?"
No, I think the
What
best
did
way
I
to do it
do?
is
Ignore
pretend
it.
they don't
I want them to
even exist.
reflect.
Yeah.
I want them to really. Think.
No, I want them to.
never
I want
done
them to
that,
see
but-
that I saw it, and I was like,
Me going to the blog bun is they're already winning.
I
They've
agree.
won.
I agree.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
God, I would just love to throw a little. Just going. I shouldn't have fucked with him.
But the dude, so me and my mom and my brother went to a Dolphins game recently.
Okay.
And we're sitting there.
Oh,
and
this
we're
was
watching
last
the game.
year.
It was last
When
year.
you guys
Yeah,
went,
when we went.
yeah.
Walked right in front of me.
No way.
And it was crazy because people were there's a few people coming up to me and taking pictures, right? Because it was like in the end of the
shit.
game.
You won.
I hate bringing up this situation, but I have to bring this up. People were coming up and taking pictures of me, and then he came up right after, and I went in for a picture.
Oh,
He
he was in picture mode, so he
I
thought
was in
it was
picture
somebody...
mode, so I was going in for a picture, and he's like, "No, hey, remember it's me." And I really took a look, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
What did you
But I
do?
kept my composure. I was like, "Hey, how are you doing? Oh my God, nice to see you." And then we just.
Damn.
But
That
it was
is
crazy.
crazy.
I can't believe I forgot to bring that up to you guys.
Holy.
Do you
moly.
wish you would have said something?
No, the thing is I don't
Yeah.
care enough. It's but I think that interaction,
know. They know in their
I would
heads,
say
yeah.
something and I would go home and I would think about it all night and regret it. So I'd rather just
I think
It's good. It's a good interaction because then they are going to their kids.
Yeah.
They're going to teach them. Do not be mean to anybody because you never know.
Because they'll be nice to you later in the long
'Cause they'll
run.
be
No,
super
because
famous
you never
podcast.
know.
the fact that she's
Yeah.
like DMing me asking how I'm doing, she probably regrets it.
Yeah.
And so she's gonna teach her
they're gonna
kids
teach their kids it's
not
not
to-
worth it because you don't know what
Yeah.
you don't know what people are going through. You don't know who they're gonna be. You know what I mean? Like
I was
it's
going
just-
through a lot in that during that
But
time.
that guy who was like, "Oh yeah, your boyfriend's name's Matt," like that whole thing. If I saw him,
Would you do it back to him?
no. What I would
What's
do?
your name again? He says
My
it?
fan. He goes, "What's your name?" I was like, "Matt." He goes, "Oh, your boyfriend's name's Matt." Your boyfriend's name is Matt. His boyfriend's name is Matt.
No,
I'm that's what you were asking. when
Oh
he
yeah,
said-
no, I know. I'm saying if you saw him in person, would you
if
do
I saw
that?
this is my
back to
fantasy. I
him?
want to run into him at like a local brewery because that's where like
And,
they
he,
run
and
into
he ended
people.
up being gay and,
then-
has a boyfriend there. and it was him. That
You know
was-
what? I don't know, but I bet he'd be nice. We'd get a beer, we'd chat, we'd catch up. But then after 2 beers, I'd bring it up and be like, you know what? I just want to let you know that I never forgot that one time you did that. And they'd probably
Would you make it dark though, or would you laugh?
no,
about
I
it?
just in a way, but I would be like forgiving, but I'll be like in a nice way. I'd be like, I just want to let you know,
It
I
stuck
never,
with me.
I
Yeah.
never forgot about that, and I know
Yeah,
that we weren't
there's
friends.
a good way
but
to
I
do
want
it.
to let you know, I really do remember that, and like he'd probably be like, I'm sorry, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
man,
know,
we were kids.
and be
Like,
like,
he would be
oh,
like-
I'm fine, I'm good, I'm living my life, like, and that didn't affect me, but it did stay with me, and I want to let you know that those types of things. I wouldn't say that part, but I go.
Yeah, but
I just,
saying it in that way, it would stick with them.
Yeah.
it would stick with him,
Yeah.
where he'd be like, "Damn, man,
Matt,
that like."
how crazy would you look if you just like you saw him on the sidewalk or like in a mall or something, and then you went up to him, tapped him, said that I still remember what you did, and then walk away?
Yeah.
That would be crazy. That is like still in your head, like you just like that's the first thing you like brought up.
I think a big thing though is raising your kids to be able to handle a situation like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like you're gonna like a lot of people deal with bullying in school, but if somebody were to be like, "Hey, what's your name, Matt? Your boyfriend's name is Matt," I'd be like, "Awesome, cool."
No,
you know
I,
what?
well,
To
we-
react-
but I
no.
heard-
The thing is that you
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that like as a kid. You wouldn't say so, like your brain doesn't process shit like that when
No,
someone's
unless
bullying
you
you.
Unless
you
you're like-
train them to
yeah.
be like I know tough 6th graders.
all you got to
Everybody
do, look the bully in the eye and go,
Suck it.
That's all you got to do.
Suck it.
You win. That's it.
Suck it.
You want your boyfriend to suck it? Is that it?
But sometimes I would just I would get emotional because like that happened to me where I would just like march right into the school. I'd be crazy. I don't know. There'd be times where I feel like I'd be crazy. I'd go into the school and be like, no, I would like to meet this kid. I just want to talk to him. Like, just like so inappropriate. But no, let me just talk to him. No, I promise I won't. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Just please let me talk to him.
I remember in middle school, me and my brother were on the bus, and my parents were driving behind the bus because they had to go somewhere. And they were waving at me and my brother on the bus like this. And the older, the 8th graders were like, your parents are gay. Your parents are gay. And we never heard that word before. So we went home and we were like, what's gay? And of course, my parents were like, it means happy because we were waving. We were doing this. So for like 3 more years,
you told everybody your parents are gay.
Oh, my parents are gay people. They're very gay people.
But like, if your kid like questions you or says something like that, you got to give them the straight up answer.
Yeah, you got to.
You can't, because then they're going to start going around. You know what I mean?
Because then we were just using it and we were being offensive.
Right. You got to just be brutally honest. Be like, listen, you can't say this.
Yeah. Right.
Don't do that. That's not nice. That's terrible. You can't be like, oh, it means really happy. You know what I mean? Like,
happy.
That's true.
What in the world?
Sometimes you don't want to show the negative side.
Right.
Things to your kids. I did want to talk about something though.
I want to talk about something too. Okay.
Okay. Have you guys been seeing this TikTok controversy going around about this like pink sauce? Everybody trying the pink sauce from the bottle.
Wait, what is it?
Okay, so people are buying this pink sauce from this like TikToker, like chef, her name's like Chef P or something, but she's like a fresh new TikToker, and she like has this pink sauce, and she
sells like jars of her own.
Yeah,
sauce.
so she would talk about the pink sauce, and then she started selling it, and then it like went viral, and people started buying it from her, and it went it started to become a trend where everybody was buying it to try it on their TikTok, but she was like selling a lot of these pink sauce bottles. But the problem with these bottles is that it was like made with like a milk type thing, and there's nothing on the bottle that says it needs to be refrigerated. It's not like FDA approved. There's the nutritional facts are wrong.
There's a lot of misprints,
a lot of typos,
on it.
just red flag all over the place, and then everybody found out that like it wasn't FDA approved, and she's selling it to the masses, right? Everybody on TikTok that's seeing it is buying it, which is a huge problem, especially like you can't be buying it from like. Well, first question is, aren't you supposed to have some sort of license to be selling food like that
to
all around the like country, right?
Yeah, it's for consumption.
So how was she able to even like start doing that?
I mean, you just go, you make a big ass batch of it, bottle it.
It's like when
start
people sell
a
things on
website,
Etsy.
But I thought like when it comes to food products, like
she's not doing it.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you think she's doing it from her own house, or it's like working with
No,
she doesn't have a commercial kitchen where she's got like a
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's whipping that shit.
What is it? Ketchup and mango? It's like the secret sauce.
People are saying it tastes like light ranch or something.
Okay.
But the fact that it's made with milk and it's coming in a bag, not refrigerated, and there's no instructions to say it's refrigerated, it needs to be refrigerated. That's disgusting.
That's terrible.
I just thought, that was. I've never seen anything like that happen, like on TikTok. Like, I think that's so crazy that like a girl made the sauce and she's just selling it to them.
Obviously, I don't want to say poor girl. Like, no, she should have done her research. But I feel bad that like you had this one product and it was blowing up, and like you weren't fully ready for what was to come.
It's so funny because she went like she did a live and everybody is just like fucking roasting her. She's just like,
what's her response? Did she like?
She was saying like she was talking about how like what it doesn't need to be FDA approved. Like it's just food, but like the F in FDA stands for food and drug. Shit. The chef caught some heat after an Instagram live session where she appeared not to know that the F in FDA stands for food. What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health.
Oh my!
That's what she said on the live.
Didn't she also say like 440 servings or something?
Yeah,
like
444 servings per
bottle.
Yeah.
Like it was that.
Just making shit up.
She probably picked just her angel numbers 444, and she probably thought it was cute, like an aesthetic.
But the ingredients were very interesting that made it pink, right? So let me pull up the ingredients real quick in this. So,
but it says it doesn't say anywhere about having dairy in it.
Whoa, it's like hot
I don't
pink.
think so.
Pepto-Bismol.
So the ingredients in this are water, sunflower seed oil, raw honey, distilled vinegar, but on the bottle she spelled it vinegar. Garlic, pitaya, pink Himalayan sea salt, and less than 2% dried spices, lemon juice, milk, and citric acid.
It sounds good.
It sounds
It does.
poisonous.
It sounds exotic, yeah. But there's a certain
Wait, go back.
there's
to
a
the
certain pink fruit that she puts
infamous
in it.
dipping sauce.
The infamous dipping sauce that everyone is raving about.
Oh, we gotta buy one.
We should buy one. We should try it.
Place an order.
I ain't touching any of that until it is FDA
When I saw
approved.
people like trying on it looked like I don't know how people were even like buying it.
I didn't think it'd be that pink. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was not. I was expecting like a really light
like a reddish
secret.
orange. Secret sauce.
Thousand Island.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about this building that is like being proposed to be built, I think in Dubai or like Saudi Arabia?
To beat
Yes.
the Burj Khalifa?
The line.
The line. Have you seen that?
Oh, no.
Oh my.
Oh,
can I pull it up on here real quick?
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Heath, you're gonna
This is
you're gonna freak
The
out.
freaky.
line?
The line. It's
By the
this-
way, I don't like this. Red flags all over the place.
Let me see it.
You got to see this.
yeah, show it to them.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life. The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort. Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature.
Ain't that
So they're turning a whole city into a line where it's all stacked up on top of each other all the way down. But that is I feel like that's such a safety hazard.
it sounds like it's out of like a young adult dystopian novel.
Yeah.
It's like out of Divergent or some shit.
I don't like that's like being stuck in a giant mall. Like I wouldn't want to be stuck in something like that.
But you can have access to all of your amenities with just in a 5-minute walk from all of it.
It's
And
not
you
for
can-
me, but I'm sure people are gonna jump on it.
I am
Just interesting.
That terrifies me.
That's
That terrifies
Yeah.
me too. It's scary.
Oh yeah, it is.
I honestly don't get it.
What do you mean?
So there's like
No, I
everything-
get the diagram, I get the whole pictures, but
Why?
I don't understand.
They're doing it because it's like more environmentally friendly.
And you can live with an amazing view, and like everything is like provided you. It's great new amenities, and it's 7 million people who can like live in this basically this state of luxury, compact luxury.
So now you just have open land all around you, behind you, where the housing and all those neighborhoods would have been.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't have
So you're cramming 7 million people into one line.
It's straight out of Blade Runner, man.
It just doesn't make sense. Why would anybody want to do that?
It seems a little too late to
You
be
can
doing
have
something
a
like
major-
this.
Mariah's right. There are 7 million people in this world that would want to live in something like that.
Yeah.
I just think it's
It freaks me out, but I want them to build that shit. I need to know what
Yeah,
it
go
exists.
ahead.
just to
And at the end, like you can go and visit it like 6-hour flight from anywhere across the world. Like you have an incredible view and everything's there.
dude, the lighting in that place is gonna be incredible. Everywhere you turn, there'll never be a dark corner.
It's straight out of Divergent or the Hunger Games or something. How there's also the different sectors in different neighborhoods. Like, what's the class divide?
I just don't understand the shape of a line. I don't understand it.
What do you mean? They showed. You didn't see the video of how they would build everything out in a line.
I picture.
Yeah, but why not just have like one fucking
square, like one circle?
Because you can cover more distance.
That seems like shit you'd have to repeat and be spread out and do multiple times. If everything is within 5 minutes, you'd have to have a coffee shop every 5 minutes throughout this line, and that feels insane to me.
Think of it like
why not? I understand building up if you have one fucking square and you have tall buildings like this, and I get that seems more convenient to me, and you wouldn't even have to travel from line to like end to end. If you could just...
Yeah, but I bet there's like great restaurants on one side
I just don't get it.
Nightclubs on one side. It's out of efficiency is what they're... I'm not advocating
to me,
for this.
it seems less efficient.
I think he's wondering why it's a long line instead of a big square.
Right.
Because the long line, you're still taking up
It's still taking up the same amount of space.
I think architecturally it looks kind of cool that it's a line.
Got it. So I think
because I feel like you feel sequestered if you're in a circle or a square versus a line you're covering like more distance. There seems like there's an end point. There's a place to go and it's larger than life. If you were just in a huge square in a circle mentally, like architecturally, I feel like you would feel more,
Wait, now that I think about it, if you're walking for 20 minutes, that's like a mile long.
No, it's not. It on the train. It would take.
There's a train in
to
there.
walk it. It said it would take 40 hours to walk from one end to the other.
Wow. I didn't hear that part.
They literally took one city and then just stretched it across.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking stupid.
It's the same amount of...
Does it... I cannot... I don't understand
No, it doesn't... I don't like it. I don't think it makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense that it's a...
It's just a different shape, but to me, it's
I think they're just trying to be different.
Yeah, I think they're just...
But the amount of land you cover in that small of a strip of a line
still the
versus
same
covering
amount.
an entire cityplex.
Picture this, and then picture it like this is folded.
Exactly.
This is
We're only
square.
talking about this area instead of all of this.
It's the same
same
amount,
thing.
though. I don't know.
You're still covering the same ground.
Think about if you're building Legos. If you have 20 pieces of Legos, you can go this way 20. You can make a square out of 20. You can go up 20. It's the same amount of
ground.
Ground, you know?
It's not the same amount of ground. You're building up.
No, they're building
No,
long.
we're saying square, but up.
You should have a square footage, man. I'm talking about like the environmental footprint of just a cityplex versus all of this shit that's in one skinny line.
I think they're going to be ripping up and doing construction through that entire length when you could have one little fucking city, which is taking up less actual fucking square footage of the earth.
Is it made of bamboo?
Paper, everything.
It sounds to me, like
it's made out of banana peels. It's compost.
It sounds like hell to live in.
Yeah.
But I want to see that happen.
Oh, that's pretty.
Right. And everybody gets a gorgeous view.
I was kidding, Matt. And if there's a fire in the building, there goes the whole line.
I bet they
There goes the whole line.
It's like dynamite.
Or if there's a flood, forget it. If that train breaks down, you're fucked. What do you walk 40 hours?
I would lose my mind if I lived in the only there is no going outside. There's no walking around the street. There's no exploring.
Yeah.
And you got fucking dirt behind you.
Did you not see the videos? There's like courtyards and air. It's not as like what you're thinking in your brain, how like you think you're going to only exist, and this one nook and cranny of the entire place is not what it is.
It's literally a cruise.
This is bigger than Manhattan.
Oh,
it's a cruise.
It's a cruise. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
They
just
Just a long stretched out cruise for
This
40.
to me seems bigger than Manhattan.
I don't think they're saving space. I think they're trying something different.
Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with being environmentally.
They're not saving space by doing that. That's for fucking sure. Wow, that looks like a giant hotel.
It's basically I understand the
It's not saving space.
No, I understand the carbon footprint. You're not going to have cars traveling around the roads. I get that.
Right.
makes
Pollution
sense.
Yes.
is reduced.
Yeah.
Got
Yes.
it.
By a lot.
So you hop on the train and you go back and forth on it.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid.
I'm not pro this. Like, I don't think
I'm just having like a discussion. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh, that would drive me sick.
There's nowhere to go. You have nothing to do. You have nothing to do.
That looks scary. It looks like an earthquake.
It's like giving me anxiety.
It looks like an earthquake happens. They split it and they were like, let's just start building in the cracks.
Good thing there's no earthquakes in Saudi Arabia. I
totally made that up.
It's $1 trillion. Is that how much it was? I feel like I read that.
They gotta hit the lottery.
How about you put that in the lottery? Let somebody win that trillion.
It's 100 miles long. 100 miles. That's just. I think architecturally, that's insane.
She came in a bubble.
She came down in a bubble. Like, look at that. That looks stupid.
It doesn't look stupid. It looks scary.
I think it's a marvel.
I'm gonna be the first one there to visit it. I'm visiting that shit. The moment that gets built, I'm flying there.
This is none of my business.
But I'm not living in there.
50 years to complete. You better be telling like your grandson, like, you better work on this project and make the line happen.
The line.
Have they already started building it? It hasn't even been approved, has it?
Wait, are we investing in this or what?
No,
absolutely.
And for that reason, I'm out.
How old will we be? We're gonna be 80.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna see it.
I don't think it's happening.
You know what I want to see happen? Sky Cruise.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's less efficient than this. This is renewable energy.
I want to soar through the skies, baby.
Nah, that's what we need, baby. That big fucking plane.
A wave pool in the airplane in Sky Cruise.
That's cool.
Does that not look like the fucking what's that baby airplane show or the
JJ the jet plane? Oh my god, it does.
It looks like a
that
big
is
fucking toy
now
plane.
That's cool.
I love that.
So stupid.
That doesn't take up any space on Earth. It's in the sky.
That's the Sky Cruise.
So fucking dumb.
Saying you should make a TikTok like that.
It looks like a fleshlight.
Ew.
Oh my god, look, it's Matt. Look, the green airplane.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Ew.
No, the one
Ew,
left.
that is creepy.
Keep going left.
Was Thomas the train and JJ the jet plane, were they friends?
They look like
they
cousins.
were.
I think
They
they're
were
cousins.
What a sad life. Hey, how are you doing today? Pretty good.
You have no neck.
What were the problems in that show? Like, what were like
Delays?
the conflicts?
Worker strikes?
Yeah, not enough grease.
the rail wasn't connected. It was like
Wait,
this.
that one's me with my nose up top.
Fucking hey.
All right, how long have we been recording?
Oh, what's wrong? You don't like
I
the.
just want to wrap it up. I'm hungry.
No, I know.
And I want to. We still got to do the hangout.
This is when you know the episode's coming to a close. We're fucking talking about JJ the Jet.
You're not gonna get in trouble. I'm hungry. All right, guys. Make sure to check out Cremota Coffee, best coffee in the world. We've got different flavored bags. We've got K-Cups, Cremota.com. We got our new bags that we just released. We've got clothing, hats, mugs, double wall insulation tumblers.
Double wall.
We got it all. The wall, the line.
The line.
Also, make sure to
guys,
check out our
the
Patreon. Patreon.com/Zane and Heath. You get early access to our episodes. You get a bonus high episode every single month. We've got different guests. We had Tana and Brooke on. We've had Susie, Alicia, Remy, a bunch of different people. Make sure to check that out. We do a live Q&A once a month as well. And we also have our private Discord.
We also do the unwind videos where we keep the camera rolling 20 minutes after and we get to talk
like
all the
right
shit
now.
we
We're gonna
and
cut
not
the camera.
feel bad about it because it is private.
We're going to cut the camera right now, but we're going to still keep recording and hanging out here. So if you want to see those videos as well, that's going to be on our Patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
Yeah, watch me film a TikTok. I'm about to film a TikTok.
Oh, we're about to film a TikTok.
right.
So see you guys later. Peace out. Peace.
Are we on? Welcome, my little ugly duckling, to your emergency makeover. Blue eyeshadow all over. Thirsty mermaid. Or lime green lips. We call this frog core. Now, go find your princess.
Download Discovery. With Wish.
Surgeons do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your CSL Plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines that may give the cashier from your local deli the chance to see your daughter's championship game, or give your barber the chance to celebrate his golden anniversary. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate today at your local CSL Plasma Center and receive up to $1,000 your first month. Varies by location and is subject to change.
Let's address the dog. This is not ours. Nobody
wish
freak
it
out.
was.
Hey, we want to do it as a surprise.
It's a really good decorative piece for the desk.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a good prop, huh, Matt? What do you think?
I think so. It looks like one of those like they sell those like fake dogs at like markets. It's like the little cat.
Oh,
that,
like where it's ceramic?
Yeah, it looks like it's in a basket. It looks like it's real, and you can go up and pet it. That's what the dog looks like. Whose dog is it? What's the dog's name?
This is our friend Kristen's dog, right?
Kristen's dog.
Kristen, yeah.
What's the dog's name?
What's Kristen's
Her
last
name is
name?
Bean.
Beanie Weenie.
Oh, Beanie Weenie.
Have you seen the taxidermy dogs?
Still, let's not.
Like people who
my
get
God.
their dog.
Yeah, like when they.
It's an honor, but it'd be an honor. Like if you were a dog, would you rather be stuffed or buried?
Just put up on display.
I want to be stuffed. I would like to be stuffed as a human.
That is absolutely sick.
Oh,
Yeah, have me in the living room.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. No, I would like. I would like. I personally would like that because I will always be there.
it would
You would-
basically be like a wax figure.
You would be a pain in the ass.
A pain in the. Why? You just put me in the corner
Yeah, but
like this.
we'd have to just like move you around every once in a while.
You've seen those.
What pose really captures Zane?
If you did get taxidermied, what would you want your like pose to be?
I think we'd want it like.
Zane would just be laying down
mid
somewhere.
flip. So just like mid cartwheel. Just
Oh my
You
god.
can see through your shorts.
Your nuts hanging out.
not one.
We put like bendy arms just in it so we can move you in whatever direction
I
we
like
want
that
to.
idea. You've seen those funerals where they taxidermize the humans, right? And
You mean embalming like a human?
Taxidermy.
no, they like there was one that I saw where a guy was like on a motorcycle and they put him on a motorcycle.
Are you
funeral
saying
home.
it like that? Motorcycle.
Motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
And that's how they set up the funeral. And there's another funeral where it was like an old lady and she died and they had her like sitting like on a rocking chair like this.
With a cigarette.
No, not a cigarette. I don't know why.
What part of the world is this?
We're gonna put pictures like we never do.
No, I think it'll be taken down.
I don't think we should. No, we shouldn't.
It's a dead body.
For the record,
Yeah.
we do put pictures up.
Yeah, no, we do, right?
Good. Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
There's enough pictures.
Okay. Oh, by the way, before we start this podcast, we have a brand new high episode with Tana and Brooke. Tana, if you don't know Tana Mojo, yeah, I know. Tana Mojo, yeah, and it's
a
out
good one
right now on Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath. You're not only going to get that episode. We have episodes with Brittany Broski, we got Susie, we got Alicia, we got Remy, we got Matt. Every single episode. And we're all stoned out of our mind, baby.
That's right. You also are going to get early access to these episodes. You get them a couple days early. They're going to be all ad-free. You get the bonus high episode. You get access to our private Discord. You get a monthly live Q&A with us.
Exactly. And
there's a whole bunch to offer.
Sorry. And we also post an unwind video where
Yes.
we let the camera rolling for another 15, 20, it doesn't matter how many minutes. And we just like roll through like how we felt about the episode, things that we don't want out there in the public.
Dive into shit in our life that we've been waiting to get off of our chest.
You see Matt and Mariah at their worst on the unwind videos.
It's
so
a realist element. Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, where this episode usually cuts off, we just keep it going and keep
Exactly.
the party going. Again,
I don't know why I just pointed you both out. You see them at their worst.
at their worst.
You get all that for $5 a month. It is a great price. It is cheaper than a fucking Starbucks coffee. You know what I mean?
It is.
And you shouldn't be drinking Starbucks because you should be drinking Komodo.
Exactly, which we have our new website out. We got our new bags finally, so make sure to check that out, Komodo.com.
All right, now let's roll the intro, baby.
Let's get it.
It's coffee time, baby! Yeah!
Jordan, I'm gonna fucking murder you. I can't do it. Ow! All right, we're Family Feud today.
Remix.
Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. That's Heath.
You really threw me off there. God.
Do it.
This is Zane.
That's Mariah.
That's Matt. This is Bean.
And that is my little sister, Hidayah.
Mariah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Right? She is the most frequent guest we've had.
That's right.
Actually,
This is
other
the
than Tana.
third episode.
That's crazy.
Third episode that you've been on.
I don't think we've even doubled up on anyone, right?
Except for Tana. But she came as a surprise, remember?
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. Third time.
Breaking the record.
with Tana, too.
Because the
high
high
episode, yeah. Not public, though.
No. Hadaya, how have you been?
Stress.
Uh-oh.
Stress.
Well, you had a pretty insane flight experience coming over
yeah,
here.
the flight was awful. So our flight was supposed to be on Monday. It was supposed to be at 2:00. We got there at 12. And then it didn't board till probably close to 3. And by the time we actually got on the plane, it all felt like it was going smoothly, like it was all gonna work out. We get onto the tarmac, and then they're like, "I'm sorry, folks, the engine is heating up to a temperature we're not comfortable flying with."
Excuse me.
First off,
How do you break that news? Hey, guys. Engine's running a little bit hot today.
Isn't the engine supposed to be hot?
Show of hands. Who wants to take off?
Everybody.
No, everyone would have, but
It's a guy putting his hand ooh. It's no good.
Everybody on the plane.
Yeah, we want to take off?
All right, let's try it.
Let the people speak about it. I think everybody on the plane has a say if we want to take off or not.
we want to plummet down.
Exactly.
So that's what the pilot says. I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah,
Engine going too hot.
It's going too hot. He's like, we're going to have to go back, wait for maintenance to come on, check it out, and then we'll see. So that is another hour. We're sitting on the plane.
Oh,
and
sitting on the plane.
We're
That's
sitting
the
on the plane
worst.
for another hour. And then they come back and they're like, okay, so maintenance just got here. They're finally taking care of it. Let's see. They come back. They're like, we're going to check it again. We're going to